Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Norma, and this is Genshin Impact. And I'm going to be going to do the Witch's Homework mission now. It's something that I've wanted to do for a bit, but of course, like, I just wanted to do some other stuff before we went to this stuff as well. But since we're having a big update next week, and there's going to be a massive amount of updates with the Lantern Rite coming up as well in a bit too, I think this is the best time to do this mission. Because it probably would get pushed to the wayside a bit. You know what I mean? And we don't want to do that. We never want to do that. We got to do the Durin quest recently, and then we also did the mini quest recently with Minnie and Varessa and Shalonin and all those characters, which is really fun too. So today we're going to be doing this quest, which I'm actually very excited to see where it goes. If it's Hexen Circle, we love it. The team we're using today is 6 Feet Thunder. While we've used this team before, I feel like since I've upgraded the team by putting Zhongli there and getting the C1 for Hu Tao, we haven't really gotten to use them at length. So it might be fun to use them today and maybe next week as well for the updates. We'll see. Last year's Lantern Rite was so incredible, though. I don't know how they're going to top it. Honestly. Is it?
Considering this library organizing job is classified as a premium commission, I'm on key mentally prepared, you know?
Oh, okay.
Seeing it in person is something else.
Was there another part to, maybe there's another part to this that they mentioned at the start or something? Maybe because I might have clicked like go to quest before and Paimon must have said something or something like that.
If it isn't Cutie and Paimon. It brings you back to Mondstadt.
Thank you so much, Lisa. You know what's so funny? This is literally, technically, the third time we've seen Lisa now in the past 3 missions, and I'm not complaining.
Let me guess.
We love Lisa.
You missed me so much, you just had to come visit. Is that it?
You saw right through me.
You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other,
So
haven't
sweet.
you?
Yeah.
Found you. We were starting to
Found
think you
you?
weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things.
Lisa always has a very, like, to me, a very comforting feeling to her. She always, like, makes me smile. I think it's just because she is, like, someone who is, like, obviously very mischievous and playful, but she's also, like, a very, like, good person who will, like, teach you and help you whenever needed.
Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance?
Pleased to meet you.
Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection.
Oh, okay.
There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone.
One of the banned books is Captain Underpants.
And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to organizing stuff, and maybe you guys are the same, when I organize like a shelf or usually I do it all in one go. And I think that's maybe not always a good idea. That's why it happens. So like I start off and I'm like, oh yeah, I got my shelf of like comic books organized. This is awesome, you know? I'll do the video game shelf now. Got the video game shelf organized. I should do other stuff. But by the time I get to like the third thing, I'm like, I feel like, this is like, and kind of getting a little bit like too much. And maybe it's because you're supposed to do everything like bit by bit. But yeah, organizing stuff can be stressful.
All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here.
Very glad to be here.
I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Yes, no worries.
Don't worry. Just leave the commission to us.
Yeah.
You're as
Again, me and
sweet
Paimon
as
having
ever,
the same brain cell.
Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
I never noticed the lantern on her hat. Ever. Oh, look at this. There's like still frame 3D frames. That's new. They rarely ever do this. Cool stuff.
Finally, we made it to the last stack.
Well done, guys.
What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read?
I guess so.
Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those anyway?
I mean, it's like there's a book. There's usually like a book for everything, right?
And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary?
Oh.
Huh. That title's kind of suspicious.
It's also radiating.
Did we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier?
It's also radiating some strange power. No, it's not on the list either.
Well, witches always make Paimon think of,
Yep.
you know.
Hexen Circle. Always. Oh, God. Is Alice gonna appear?
Yoo-hoo! Looking
There's
for me?
I was thinking, because like usually the past while, whether it be the Durin quest or whatever, like, or even like the main Archon quest, whenever something happens like this, Alice tends to be the one behind it. Very, very cool.
Alice?
It's so,
Get in here.
it's also so crazy that we've gone to a point where Alice is just commonly here now all the time. You know what I mean? Like, not commonly, but like I feel like since like she showed up first in physical form, we've seen her so much more times now, you know? And I'm not complaining. You know, not complaining at all, because getting to see Alice has been a privilege. It's been such a privilege.
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
Yeah, the world around us changed.
Ugh. Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook, The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, by any chance?
I think so. I think that was the book we read when we did the gameplay thing, and there was a story about the little witch who carried the flame with her.
Splendid! That makes things easier to explain. This book was written as a dictionary for that other story. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
Okay.
That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Welcome to the Hexen Circle.
Oh dear, where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation?
Okay.
Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style.
So you're preventing it, maybe?
Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to
Oh my
lay the
God.
groundwork over time.
She's doing
That's how
M's
Em put it.
voice. Alice's voice actor is so charismatic.
Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that's not a bad idea from my perspective. Like, preventing a disaster is sometimes the best way to tackle a disaster, right? It's the same thing where it's like, you know, if you wanted, you know, it's like, oh man, every time I go out drinking, I get beaten up. It's like, well, let's not drink this weekend, you know? That's the way to prevent it, I guess. But I guess this is different. It's more like laying down the groundwork of like wearing a metal armor shield to stop yourself from getting beaten up before we get beaten up.
So, I gathered the mages together to write
But this is more prep, I
dictionary.
guess. More prep.
Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place.
Her laugh. Sounds like a lot of work. So how exactly do we factor in exactly? So she's saying it's just to get a feel for this. It's about I'm guessing this book is about that what they're going to do with this crisis over time and preparing for this crisis. So how do we factor in exactly?
Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt.
Cool.
They're all in this dictionary.
Very cool.
Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Well, I think everyone's very friendly, but I think I know what she's saying. It's like the traveler is a common factor amongst all of them.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, you know?
I kind of see where Pipe's coming from. You could have just asked. We would have a right for Alice.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Well, she thought we were going to find the book right away.
Uh-huh. Sure you didn't.
But like legitimately though, like I feel like Alice could have just said, "Hey, will you come here?" and we would have gone 100%.
Well, this is
But she's
an
being playful.
important book. I couldn't just bring it into Teyvat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old
100%.
friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
And we'd always want to help you as well, Alice. Yeah, no, the way that seems to be going is that we're going to be meeting up with the characters who are on that list of characters in the menu. So, like, I'm not opposed to that whatsoever.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in.
Yeah, and I love coming back to Mondstadt. We've gone back to Mondstadt so many times now for the Durin quest, for the mini quest. Like, it's been very Mondstadt this year.
We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited to see what this to get to talk to some old characters. So complete the witch's homework. Paimon's falling over there. Related quest to unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Certain character skills and constellations effects will also change. Oh, very cool. Each witch's homework quest is focused on a specific character. Obtain a corresponding character, increase their level 70, unlock their. I heard these some characters did get a power up that had to do with like the witches and stuff like that, but wasn't sure exactly like if it was going to be in this quest or some other place or whatever. I had heard about something like this as well. Yeah, very cool. So talk to Lisa. So is everyone here the characters? There's like, wait, what? So we have, by the way, any of these characters I would love to talk to as well. Especially the fact that we're getting a Fischl mission. Are you kidding me? Wait, is this the question? This is another part of the quest, but these other quests may be... This one? No, it's not this. Is it literally, is this a part of the same quest? Well, let me see. I'll see. One second. There's only one way to see. Oh, this is how you do it. Okay. Tales of the Wind. And since it's going to be long, we'll go back to accept the thing from Lisa and accept our commission money in a bit. This is going to be a very long quest, I feel like. Maybe not very long, just because there's so many characters, but like, who knows? It could be like 5-minute long quests. We don't know. But the fact that we're getting to travel all around Mondstadt here as well is fantastic. It's so cool. It's legit like such a great idea. So you have to talk to Venti first, which means we're going to be talking to all these characters. Like these locations, the Thousand Winds Temple. I feel like I have never gone to this spot after I left Mondstadt. This beautiful area here. We've been there before, but I feel like because I remember this ice creature we tried to fight like early on, and this beach where we used to do commissions. But like I feel like after you leave Mondstadt, there's certain places I just never have gone to again, and this is one of them for sure. Do you want to die?
Time to go.
I'll leave you with a half melt, so you know who's boss, so you understand. Okay, come here then. Fine, look, there you go.
Light it up.
That's fine, okay? All of you, that's fine. You all saw me. I was trying to be nice.
Order guide you.
You all saw what happened.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Did you all see what happened? They came right for me. 100%. But yeah, I'm not opposed to, like, you know, exploring Mondstadt. That sounds like so much fun. And especially with, like, all these Mondstadt characters, too. And the fact we're getting to see Venti again. This has been a very Venti year as well. It's just been a very Mondstadt heavy year. It has been. It really has been.
I'll take that as a yes then.
Oh my god. What's he talking to? It's like a half wheel Venti?
Ah, finally, you're here.
Oh, his
Do you have a
voice.
message for me from someone by any chance?
I do, you're cute.
There's not a single prophecy about you in that dictionary.
No?
That's what you were about to say, right?
Yeah, the maid just wanted me to come see you anyway, though.
Oh? One moment then.
So there's no prophecy about Venti in there.
Your curiosity seems as strong as ever, Barbeloth. Alas, my future will have to remain absent from your dictionary. The wind may be happy
Look
to
at
let
these locations.
dandelions trace its form
Oh, look at 'em.
and have poets sing it into verse. But to be contained is hardly its nature.
So he's saying the wind isn't supposed to be contained, so he's not going to be contained as well? The wind may be happy to let dandelions trace his form. So it's like you can't define him. You're not defining him.
So, dear Barbeloth, please do set your pen down. Words heard on the wind are not meant to be recorded on the page.
He's like, again, I think it's actually a very beautiful way of putting it. He doesn't want to be defined by like anything. He doesn't want, yes, you can have like a shape or like an outline, but he's not going to be like written down in such a way.
If you're truly interested in this legend, allow me to fashion it into a poem.
He's like talking directly to
I'll be sure to
them.
share it with you ladies at our next tea party.
He literally is the dude who's like cool with all the gals, you know? They invite him to everything. Barbalot,
Barbeloth has always been a reasonable person, and I believe she heard my request. As such, our conversation should be free from interruptions for now.
Okay. So again, he trusts her as well.
Wait, Barbeloth was listening in just now? Paimon didn't notice a thing!
They're very powerful.
Well, she is a Hex and Zirkle mage. They all have quite a few
Yeah, it doesn't
tricks
surprise me
up
much.
their
It wouldn't
sleeves.
surprise me at all if Alice heard every single word we said through his entire quest.
Still, you noticed right away and even got her to leave us alone. Doesn't that make you the real master at cards here?
I was thinking maybe it just more makes him someone who can reason with them or someone they respect.
Given the various practical factors at play, I'd call myself a master with limits.
Yeah, he's not going to have like full control over them, I suppose.
Here you go, being all secretive again. Well, anyway, there wasn't a single thing about you in that dictionary.
Just told me to come here and wait? Yeah.
You being here is enough. Barbeloth's prophecy concerning me may be incomplete, but it's not incorrect.
So it's incomplete but not incorrect.
There's something I need to do, and I could indeed use your help.
Sure. Like Venti helps me no matter what. You can count me in. No matter what.
Trusty as always. In that case,
His playful voice just always just like, it cheers me up.
could you play a song with me later?
Yeah? Is that all you need me to do?
Yep, that's all.
Sure.
But don't worry, this isn't a performance to decide the fate of some consequential event. It's just a duet between
No,
friends.
I will help in any way, shape, or form.
The last time I played this song, the howling gale was my sole audience, and the notes scattered in all directions, leaving only fragments of the melody behind.
He's so funny because he's such a, as you said, a charming character in that way. But his voice is so playful, but he means every word he says. You know, he actually is like very spiritual in this sense.
But now, with a friend like you by my side, why should the wind alone bear witness to this music?
I'm all for this. I'm all for this.
Besides, I think my hands will be just that much steadier, playing alongside a trusty friend like you.
I'll play the best I can.
That's all I ask. Now, let's head to the performance venue. If we follow the breeze,
Oh, look at
we'll
him.
be there in no time.
We're just gonna be playing a song of Venti? That's so fun.
All right, let's get going. Just relax
What?
and let the winds lead the way.
Oh my. It's like we're going through the waters in Fontaine. All these locations are still so amazing, aren't they? This is so much fun. Again, it's already like on its own. It's already a good thing to be with
No need
Venti.
to hold your breath. In and out.
Look at
Easy does.
this. Venti really knows how
Let
to
the
make things
birds
feel
know
very
you're
like
coming,
magical.
So we won't run into them.
You know, he does. Like this feels so magical. Like like this would be crazy to travel this far up into the sky. Yeah. So this is magical. And again, it's just thing. Yeah, on the baseline.
Don't worry. It's just a little ocean spray. You won't get soaked.
Again, when I talk about him being spiritual and
The
playful.
delightful sea breeze. Go on, breathe it in.
Like, he means every word he says, because he does love life. He loves the world. He loves this place. But he's also just, like, sounds very mischievous, so sometimes he sounds disingenuous, when
there.
really he's, like, super genuine. Like, have we been here before? Guys, you probably remember more than I do. I don't remember being here. It's gorgeous. Maybe I haven't been here before. That was so fun. That was so fun, Venti.
I thought we'd have to fly super far, but it looks like we're just outside the city.
It's a great location. That's the other half of the wheel? This island, is it special?
Not always. It was once an isle like any other. An ordinary, unassuming aggregation of sand and gravel. That is, until seeds of stories were brought here by the wind and cultivated by time.
Seeds
And
of stories.
in due course, the wind brought forth new tales, and time caused them to grow into legends. So with that, allow me to welcome you in truth to this island favored by time,
It's gorgeous.
traveler.
It is a really pretty location. It really is.
This is the place where time and wind met in the distant past.
I don't think I've been here because look, there's a freaking thing over there.
Whoa. You suddenly sound so serious, Tone Deaf Bard. Paimon's not sure she's following this conversation anymore either.
But again, the thing is, for me, is as I said, I know I'm a broken record with this, but like, Venti is a very spiritual character. He is. It's just that because he's so mischievous and he's so playful and funny, sometimes people don't look past that. But the stuff he says sometimes, you can tell he so genuinely loves this stuff with time and wind and Mondstadt and freedom. He loves all this stuff.
Fret not, dear Paimon. The best stories always start with a bit of suspense and intrigue.
Hell yeah.
I told you about this before, remember? About how I encountered time at the
Yes.
Thousand Winds Temple and
Yes.
received some help? Well, it was because of time's help that those first winds of freedom were able to blow so strongly.
He was given a power, right?
But forceful gales like that are most suited to wiping things clean, not helping things grow. So, after a few crises in Mondstadt were resolved, I made the winds gentler. Just strong enough to bolster the people in times of need without knocking them off their feet.
It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful way to put it. And it's such a Venti way to put it, right? Like how winds can be so aggressive, but like the way he does it, like, again, it is more freeing. It's more beautiful. It's more gentle. It's a way to like support people rather than hurt people. So we're here now exactly? So we're here now to do what exactly? I'd love to hear more of this. So. You okay?
Shadows gather in the distance. I'm sure you felt it too.
Venti. With this music in the background, the energy in this scene just changed.
I've heard about the Pyro Archon's face-off with the ruler of death, Renova, and what happened to the Fatui Harbinger, the captain.
So Il Capitano? So he's talking about what happened at the end of Natlan.
And that's not even mentioning how abyssal activity has been encroaching closer and closer to Mondstadt.
Oh my god! Did you guys feel it too? And it's not just the music; it's the way he's saying it. It's everything. It's just the energy changed so quickly.
I fear the impending crisis may be beyond what humans alone can solve. In light of that, I need to be
And again,
prepared.
he'll step in if he needs to. Oh my god! What a scene! So freaking cool.
It is the Animo Archon's duty to intervene in times of need. As such, I, Barbados, will bring forth a wind strong enough to disperse whatever storm lies ahead.
The duty of Venti. When he gets dutiful as well, which again he does. He knows how to be dutiful.
But if I whip up a gale of such strength in Mondstadt City, it would just turn the place upside down. Clothes, hats, the flowers that rest on people's balconies. That's why I chose to do it here. A place where I once offered an ode to time.
It's like far away from everywhere else. And it's very fitting if he does it here too. But like, again, it's one of those things with Venti is like, and I've said this a million times and you guys have said this too, Venti is the type of character who actually is more active and more of a protector of as an Archon than more people give him credit for. Again, from the outside, he seems like he's very nonchalant and he doesn't care, or he's just kind of like going with the flow. When he steps in like really like it helps directly, then gives people like a little bit of strength to go on with their own time. Because that's what he did with like when he freed Vanessa. He stepped in, but then afterwards he's like he wants to give everyone else the freedom to be able to make their own decisions. But when Venti needs to step in, he steps in. He becomes that Archon that everyone needs. He's incredible in that way.
Who knows? Perhaps time shows this island special favor precisely on account of my lovely, lovely music.
You have beautiful music.
Wait, so is this place really that special? It sure doesn't look like it. There's a tide that ebbs and flows, and a bunch of birds that come and go. It just seems normal.
Time's impact on things isn't limited to what the eye can see. Think of it like a ripe sunsetia. If the outer peel remains intact, it's nearly impossible for the average person to tell whether the fruit inside is ripe.
Okay, so it's what you can see, not just what you can see?
But even the tiniest hole in said peel will cause the fruit to rot, starting from that spot. Nestled in the hands of time, not one blemish marks this island's peel. Thus, time's influence on its very essence remains hidden to all.
Okay, I think what he's saying is no one can know really what's happening in here because there's not a blemish on this place. There's no indication about what's happening here. There's not even an opening. It's and again, he's saying if they're like just like a piece of fruit, and you know, he's totally right. If it's like opened even a little bit, if the skin gets broken a little bit, that's it. But this is no broken skin.
At the most fundamental level, of course, all things that lack time's favor will be erased at some point. But with the power that remains here, I can leverage time to draw a boundary around the wind.
So wait, so he's saying that... Sorry, I'm going to be ascertaining what he's saying the whole time, but like, all things that lack time's favor, which means things that fade away, humans, life, they will eventually be erased. But if he can leverage the time, he can draw a boundary around the wind, so there's maybe like it can help people more even if they are susceptible to like time?
That way, the outside world won't notice a thing, no matter how powerful of a gale I whip up here.
Oh, okay, so like even if he, no matter what he does, it's not going to hurt the people of Mondstadt.
Of course, as the one requesting help, I should offer something in return. That's why I invited you here, traveler. So we could perform an ode to time together. Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, and I can lend you an instrument if you need one.
So again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but like what I think he's doing is he's creating a new barrier around this, around time. Is that what he's, sorry if I'm a bit confused. He says all things that lack time's favor will be erased at some point. That's like anything in life. But he's going to create a boundary around the wind. Is this to offer future protection for the people of Mondstadt? Like with this wind, is that just the basis of what he's doing? To draw a boundary around the wind. So maybe it's like he's going to leverage time to draw a boundary around the wind. That way the outside world will notice a thing no matter how powerful a gale it whip up here. So it's not just Mondstadt. He's saying that anything outside Mondstadt won't notice that there's anything different here. And maybe it'll still be protective. Maybe. I'm ready. Let's go.
Great. Let's get started.
I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. You know what I mean? Please let me know if I'm getting the idea wrong. Oh, wrong one. It's really beautiful to see them playing together though, isn't it? It's a joy. It's really a joy. Just absolutely magical. When is time with Venti not magical? Look at this. The glow in his eyes.
Ah, looks like our music has moved some in our audience to step on stage.
Who?
But that's against concert rules.
Whoa.
So let's usher them out.
That's like a Night Kingdom creature, right? Like an abyssal creature.
I understand your love.
Of course I
for
have this
music,
team.
Of course. But for now, I'm going to have you leave the premises.
This team isn't the best for this, but we'll try our best.
Everyone hold hands.
I will have order.
It's because not because they're not great. Like I think it's a great team, but I think Hu Tao, like having lower health is usually not the most perfect thing to fight abyssal creatures. Okay, that was fine.
All right, that should do it. That was an exquisite performance, traveler.
I think that's what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to create a new barrier around Mondstadt, or at least around the wind in Mondstadt. That power he unleashed just now.
Ah, don't worry. That power was mine and mine alone. No external help was involved. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument so that it might play melodies lovelier still.
So it is like a future prevention, like in future that instrument's going to sound amazing. Sorry, you can't join my world. I think they turned this back on during a Do you think so? I think they maybe turned it back on during an update. Maybe I turned it on by accident. Who knows?
Ha! So you do have some tricks up your sleeve. What else are you hiding, huh?
Oh, Paimon. How many tricks could I possibly have? I only have 2 sleeves,
Again,
after
knowing
all.
what she meant, but like being very playful again.
You know that's not what Paimon meant, Tone Deaf Bard.
I have a feeling the wind is gonna be pretty strong today. We should head back to Mondstadt and tell people to hold on to their hats.
Sure. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the end of that part of the quest. Additional talent unlocked. Temporal Wind's Eulogy. So we have a new power for our Venti, which is cool. Now, here's the thing. What I got from the start of that was that he got very serious, and he was talking about some very serious topics, which is like the idea that like the world is changing. Things are getting more dangerous. The abyss is closing in. He saw what happened with Renova, and he's talking about Istroth and time and all this stuff as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if he felt like the shades, like, you know, pointing their gaze towards here as well, and other things happening as well in the world too, like that's happening in Natlan and that's happening in Non-Karai. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. What's that in the distance? That the blue light. Would that be? Oh, it's Musgrave. Interesting. Is it? Or is it Inazuma? It could be Inazuma. Have I never been here? What the hell's happening? I've never been here, right? Where's this? I've never been here? Where's this? Well, I've never been there. What the hell is wrong with me? But it seems that, yeah, he's worried about this, so he's creating like some, and from my perception, he's creating a preventative measure, a protective layer, and maybe that's why it's like a preparation, because remember Alice said they were preparing to protect Mondstadt in the future. So this is maybe part of it. It's that protective wind. But an amazing scene with Venti there. A really amazing scene with Venti there. Oh, we can invite someone now already? Well, I have a C6 Fischl. It's Razor. Yeah. He was saying, I don't really use Sucrose at all, but I wouldn't mind level up Razor again in the future. You know what I mean? There's nothing else I really have here, like, because I have a C6 Fischl. There's no need for me to get another Fischl. Sucrose I don't use at all. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a constellation for Razor, 100%, because I do want to level up Razor at some point again. I do. Okay, let's do the next one, which is Mona. Very excited to see Mona as well. Oh no, we have to do an order. Okay, like this, whatever they give us is what we have to do. So next one is Fischl, which I'm telling you right now, couldn't be freaking happier to see Fischl. Are you kidding me? Let's go this way. Yeah, very, very well done scene. Very well done scene having Venti, like, get really, like, and he's always, again, as I said, he's always spiritual. He always loves Mondstadt. He's always protective of Mondstadt. But when Venti gets serious, the energy changes. Always. At least from my perception, the energy changes. The energy changes in the world. And now we're going to see Fischl. I beg for more Fischl content. She's one of the funniest and most charming characters, and we're getting more Fischl content. Oh, look at her up there reciting something.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Greetings,
So
traveler.
good to see you, Catherine.
Hey there, Catherine! Oh, and Ozzy are here too! What a coincidence!
Couldn't be happy right now.
All things in this universe must plunge into darkness. 'Tis only natural that those who seek light should cross paths
Tell
in
him.
the realm of dawn.
Tell him, Fischl.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's happy to see you both. And I feel the same. It's been quite a while, traveler.
I mean,
and
I guess
Paimon.
this quest came out before the before the Durin quest, right? Or during it, or just right before it. So I guess this could have been before we saw them during the card game, which makes sense, right?
You're here just in time. Yai Publishing House has a commission for you,
Oh
traveler.
yeah?
An editor is here to discuss the details in person.
Oh sure.
Much of the information was kept from the guild for business reasons. All we know is that it has something to do with the author of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Oh.
What? Surely you don't mean...
Oh, and she does her normal voice. It's always so cute.
Wait, is this author really that important?
It's a cool title.
Here, or if we decided not to take the commission, the editor would just be wasting their time.
In that case, it'd be a free trip to Mondstadt where one needs only pass some information along. That's an opportunity most would fight over.
I love that perspective. And that's a hard perspective to get into, to be like, you know, it's not a waste of time. I got to do this. Like, you know, it's like going to like I don't know, like going to like a restaurant where like, you know, you're gonna, and maybe it's a bad idea because this has never happened to me, but like you see the movies where like someone gets stood up on a date, and it's like, if you can get into that mindset of just like, yeah, my plans fell through, but like at least I'm having a lovely meal, you know. At least I got to see Mondstadt.
In any case, if the commission is of interest to you, the editor is waiting at the Good Hunter. Just look for the man dressed in Inazuman clothing.
And I'm guessing Fischl wants to come with us?
Hold on.
She's interested in the book?
I mean...
Hold on.
Halt thy steps, good traveler. Fate cast you upon the tides of the world, but not for you to stand alone in the face of its desolation.
Oh, this is our theater kid.
Nay, you step forth onto the path of the Immanakreich.
We're on your path.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, she would like to go with
Heck
you.
yeah.
Wow, you seem really jazzed about this commission, Fischl. Do you have some kind of insider information?
Yeah, you're welcome to come along always.
Well, let's head to the Good Hunter to meet with this editor then.
Like, that's one of the things, like, it's like, most characters that we adore can definitely, like, arrive here, and we'd love to see them, and this is no different. Wait, where's... Oh, Good Hunter's here, sorry. I nearly went into the cat's tail. But Fischl is just such a sweet character, and we will not be replaying her lines, by the way, when she messes up her lines, because we're playing along too, you know what I mean? I love that everyone made a dictionary for her. It's always my favorite thing in the world. Oh, here he is. Dog, leave her alone.
Alright, let's see who lucked out and got this free trip to Mondstadt. Wait, you're Shing. Oh, Genyu's editor, Onodera.
Do we remember him?
Traveler, thank you for all you've done for us in the past.
Possibly?
I come here today with a commission from Lady Yai, with which I'd like your help, should you be willing.
I mean, all you had to say was Yai, and I was there, you know?
Oh, and might I ask who this person dressed like Princess Fischl is?
This legitimately is Fischl.
You have the pleasure of speaking
The
to
way
our
she does that
eminent
pose.
person, Fischl, Prinzessin de Vertalan.
Exactly. Her nails are actually, like, really pretty, aren't they?
Mein Fräulein means to say that her name is Fischl, and that she is most pleased to meet
My favorite
you.
thing is when Oz translates, Fischl's very proud. She's like, yep. And that's me.
Yep, this is Fischl. She's a reliable adventurer, and she's here to help.
She's a reliable person. She's fantastic to have around.
Yeah, I, kinda got that the first time.
And you'll hear it a second time. Fischl, go again. How dare you? Do they do public executions in Mondstadt?
Since thou hast learned my name, understand this. To speak it is to be absolved.
Exactly.
Praise it, therefore, and thou shalt earn thine salvation.
Be nice to her.
Mein Fräulein means to say, she...
Ah, I see. I completely concur, my lady.
Whoa.
Remembering names is simply basic etiquette. And if you might lend me succor in
Whoa.
solving this problem, I shall indeed praise your names to the heavens
He
above.
got it.
As many times as necessary.
He
in
got
fact.
it.
You understood Fischl language before Oz could even finish translating.
And editors not to be underestimated. I suppose editors do have to, like, interpret people's words sometimes. That's awesome. Okay, you've been saved from execution.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks then.
I used to think it was brass tacks before. Let's get down to brass tacks, as in, like, the tax, like taxation.
Now, have you heard of the author Mr. Nine? He's famous for writing the legend of the Shattered Halberd.
I thought he died, no? They said in this game he died. Yeah. It was like cannibalism. I think 7, 8, 9 at one point.
Flowers.
Flowers?
What was that, mein Fräulein?
But the way Oz talks, where he's like so supportive and like, he's like, what's wrong, you know?
Flowers for Princess Fischl. That's what Mr. Nine is actually famous for.
Oh, so he didn't write the Halberd book? Fischl's like very angry with this too.
Mein
Oh, we didn't miss
Fräulein
play.
means to say, Even should the creator be cold and unmoving, the Prinzessin and her immer Nachtreich's resplendence might yet compel them to weep.
Well, sure. The author of Flowers for Princess
Did he?
Fischl, Mr. Nine. He sent a letter from Nodcry asking for help, and he seems to be in bad shape.
See, I know the book Flowers of Princess Fischl, but like I think we heard that before, right? But did she say something normal and then Oz did the opposite translation? I think he did.
So ask the Adventurers Guild or a local mercenary to find him. Seems pretty simple to Paimon.
Where it's so simple. But here's the problem. We don't know anything about Mr. Nine. What he looks like, how old he is, where he's from.
Oh, okay.
He's only ever communicated with us via letter, from addresses all over Teyvat. And he's never showed up to our annual meeting or events. Not once.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Well, we'll need to investigate Mr. Nine's identity, that's for sure. We did a bit of digging ourselves, and we realized that ever since completing the Shattered Halberd series, Mr. Nine's handwriting began to change. His initial editor has decided to retire to focus on his own writing, and he didn't have much to add either.
Okay, so you didn't give him much input.
Whatever hath once existed in this world is enshrined in the memory of the Prinzessin of Ertelung, to endure
True.
unchanging in her Immanakreich. For from the sacred primordial words flow the wellspring of all cause and consequence.
I miss her so much. She's so funny and charming, and every scene she's in is so bright and colorful.
Mein Fräulein means to say
He understood it too.
Yes, we had the same idea. So, we tracked down the original manuscript of The Legend of the Shattered
I always like to try and ascertain it myself. Is she saying, I remember these books, and it's unchanging, so these memories are unchanging in my mind. The words flow like wellspring of all cause. So it's never-ending flow of words. All cause and consequences. So like all that they... Maybe, okay, I don't know.
Oh man, Genyu's gonna be so mad he missed out on this.
Genu? Oh, is that that's the pen name of Xingqiu, right?
Wait, you didn't need Oz to translate this time either, Onodera.
No. Editors are something else. Oz is like, oh no, it's okay, Oz.
Osvaldo Hafnavines, hast thou perceived something?
I thought he was just upset that he kept getting cut off.
no such Henry exists, mein Fräulein.
No such Henry?
I sense a faint, elusive resonance. Something akin to the magnetic field, gravitational force, and threads of cause and effect that surround you, mein Fräulein.
Isn't that interesting? Well, in the end, our only takeaway was that the design and craftsmanship of the paper point to it coming from Qingce village in Liyue.
Okay.
Huh. Could Mr. Nine be from Liyue then?
We could check Liyue. There's a lot of book readers in Liyue. Xingqiu, Morax frequents those book places sometimes too, and he reads books. Shanyon might read a book if it's about spooky things.
No, wait. If we're talking authors from Qingce village specifically...
Shang the Ninth.
No, it couldn't be. Could
I remember that, again, it's one of those things where, like, I know for a fact that I'm, like, Shang the Ninth was a character we met before, and probably during the Xingqiu quests. But again, it's going to be refreshed in my memory when we see them. I hope it makes sense, but I remember those names.
Chong the Ninth? Ah, I've heard of him. He won a Best New Author award for the first apprentice of Guhua.
It matters not. Though the Saint of Tears and the Saint of
Tell 'em.
Atonement perform manifold labors on divergent principles, their power flows but from a single source.
So the Saint of Tears and the Saint of Atonement. I don't know what this one means, but honestly, it sounded beautiful.
Mr. Onodera, if you please.
Oh, he's gonna translate it?
Oz? It's great that you trust Onodera and all, but we're still in the dark over here.
Sometimes it's hard to ascertain. I just like how it sounds.
You speak true, mine princessin. Even if Chong the Ninth doesn't turn out to be Mr. Nine, he's still an author.
Very smart.
And he could have had contact with him. I think it's a good place to start.
What I tell you, editors, am I right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, either way, I appreciate the help. I'm counting on you.
So, as always, it's one of those situations where, with Fischl, the fun and the charming nature of these quests whenever we're Fischl, for me, always comes from just absolutely how well designed of a character she is. And not just like in the literal sense of like, it's such a great place. Actually, let's just transfer to daytime a bit, guys, because genuinely, this place needs to be seen in like the morning. It's so gorgeous, like during the day. I know this isn't morning yet anymore, but yeah, it's like the way that they've like, to me, like Fischl is the type of character that like a lot of people wish they created. Like, look at this. This was so stunning the first time I saw it. So gorgeous. And it's a character, you know, the type of character that like is so creative and has so much personality, has so many quirks that are so fun and interesting, that their personality is bursting at the seams. Where every scene they're in, they just capture it, and your eyes can't be taken away from the screen, and you're laughing and you're smiling, and it's a never-ending source of like fun. It's so fun, and even like we don't know what she's saying. We've definitely been here before. We don't know what she's saying all the time. That's what's so charming about it. It's a character who we can resonate with, who has so many personality quirks, such a cool design. It's one of those characters that I just, you wish you come up with, She's great.
Chang the Ninth isn't home.
It doesn't look like there's anyone around we can ask either. Shall we wait?
Seems like that's all we can do.
And also, purple and blonde is a really cool combination.
Still, could his absence mean that he really is Mr. Nine, now kidnapped and sent to Nodcry?
That'd be insane.
Perhaps we should have a look around his house.
I love Barada Bishop Oz as well.
Barging in without permission seems wrong. But if he really is Mr. Nine, then... Okay, let's do
I
it.
love that. That's a classic Genshin thing, by the way. It's a way to like get to kind of not absolve us of what's about to happen, but it's like, man, taking this would seem bad, wouldn't it? But it can't hurt. It's like letting the player know, like, yeah, you're about to do something kind of illegal, but look, it's necessary.
No, not here.
But we're not even barging in. We're just looking around, right? Oh, yeah, this is not really that bad. Yes, you shouldn't be going into other people's yards, but
ordinary stuff.
still.
Nay, I, the princessin, have beheld the
Tell
mystery
'em.
of the universe
Tell 'em.
enshrined in these specks of dust. What hath been revealed is the very fount of wisdom. Ever does it flow toward the shores of truth.
She's so right. Everything she says is so true, So but let's try to ascertain what she's saying here. She's saying that, no, I, the princessin, can look for a mystery beyond what these specks of dust are. What has been revealed is actually a lot, and we can actually find out more of the truth because of this.
Mein Fräulein means to say,
Yes.
she thinks this is a clue.
That's the easier way of what I said. It's a clue. It's a way better way of what I think of what I said. Oh, this music as well.
Wait, it looks like the soil's been overturned.
Well done, Fischl.
Oh no. It's some kind of overzealous fan of buried him in
Jesus
here.
Christ.
Maybe we should call him Lilith. What do you think, Traveler?
Maybe not yet, because if we call them without any certain evidence, like, what are they going to do?
It's all right, Paimon. Mr. Nine's most zealous fan happens to be
And
right
she turns
here.
up her nose.
And since mein Fräulein would never do anyone
True.
harm, I'm certain the same is true of his other less avid
100.
supporters.
He's so smart. It's like, yeah, she's like the biggest fan, and she's not crazy. So let's see what's buried here in any case. You dig up the ground, and inside you find a large bag of more and a check from the northern bank. Suddenly a voice comes out of nowhere without thinking you stuffed the items in your pocket.
What is the meaning of this? I'm calling the
It's
Millilith.
us!
Chang the Ninth, you're not dead. Or kidnapped.
Imagine that's the first thing you hear when you get back to your house. You're not dead or kidnapped. Ah.
What are you even talking about? Oh, wait a second. You're the ones who came
Yep,
here with
what's
that
in show?
young lad from the Guhua clan. Yes, I remember.
Well, yeah, you don't be so angry about it, though. Well, I guess people are just rummaging through his house, so I understand.
I'm guessing this is a misunderstanding then. The question still stands, though. What are you doing digging around my house?
Fun. Entertainment. Laughs. Comedy. We're doing a digging competition.
Oh, well, actually, we just wanted to know if you've ever written under the pen name Mr. Nine.
What? Not even a whole bucket of hallucinogenic mushrooms could make me that delusional. No. If I were Mr. Nine, why in the world would I enter all those writing competitions?
Well, I understand what he's saying. It's like, it's actually very true, the idea that, like, you know, if you're already a famous writer and you're like someone who's very respected, why you're entering in the writing competitions. But I do think that there is like a thing where like masterful, like poker players, for example, I think they do like to go to the smaller competitions sometimes. You know, I'm not saying this is an accurate, but I'm saying like even like soccer players would want to play football in the, you know, in the streets sometimes. Even, you know, famous wrestlers like to go back to independent promotions that are way smaller, because there's a charm to it and there is like a fun of going back to like the roots of things. So I don't think it's uncommon that a big writer would enter in competitions. Now, it'd be unfair probably, but you know what I mean, like.
To what? Demolish the competition from the shadows? Yes, doing a real bang-up job, aren't I? My submission's never even been selected.
True.
The classic archetype of the boy hero is outdated.
No, it ain't.
That's the kind of critique I get. Even opening with a plot twist or disguising your hero as a fool is falling out of fashion.
So they're seeing it as like it's out of date. Which again, there is a lot of boy hero stories, but like I don't know. I think that like hero stories in general, like if they're done right, are always very fun.
Modern readers are drawn to the boundless imagination and innovative world-building character of Mr. Nine's works.
Good point.
Besides, if I were Mr. Nine, I would have come clean the minute First Apprentice of Guhua won that award.
He would have like tried to own him in that moment.
What? That old beggarly Chong the Ninth is Mr. Nine? No, there must be
Sounds
some
like a one-sided
mistake.
rivalry here.
What a sight that would have been.
It sounds like a big one-sided rivalry.
Yeah, and when we were here with Shinjo that one time, you talked up the legend of the Shattered Halberd a lot. If you were the one who wrote it, that'd be like Jean complimenting herself for being a good knight.
Which you should.
It just doesn't add
It's
up.
okay to compliment yourself sometimes as well. But again, I know what they're saying. I understand what they're saying, but I'm saying like, you know, on those on site, if you want to compliment yourself, do. But she's saying Jean would never do that. No.
In any case,
No.
while this gentleman isn't the
Brr.
Mr. Nine we're looking for, I sense something of interest on his person.
Yeah?
It's a peculiar signature. The same threads of fate I sensed on you, mein Fräulein, and on the manuscript. I believe the traces are related to Mr.
So it is
Nine,
related to it.
and it appears I can track them.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Hey, that's perfect. Once we head to Nocry, you should be able to find Mr. Nine, no
Wait,
problem.
we're actually going to not cry?
But back to the signature. What were you doing before this, Chong the Ninth?
Oh, well, I ran out of manuscript paper, so I went to buy some. I'm particular about that kind of thing. Creation of literature demands the highest quality.
Ah, no wonder. Mr. Nine uses the very same type for his
So that's what he
manuscript.
sensed as well. And I don't disagree, by the way. Like, I think that... Do you remember when you were... And again, we couldn't be picky as kids. Whatever copybook you got is whatever copybook you got. But, like, I always felt like, you know, I'd get whatever copybook I could get for school, for example. And the bad copybook would be the subject, you know, you'd use for your least favorite subject or whatever, you know, like, and then, like, if you had a good copybook, use it for your favorite subject. Because it felt different writing on it, right?
Well, that explains it. Thanks, Chong the Ninth. We should get going.
I'm not quite sure what I did, but you're welcome, I suppose.
I suppose.
Farewell, creator of another world. Though I must say, the laws and narratives thou hast ordained can scarce compare to the dream dust sedimented in the Immanakreich.
The laws and narratives that are ordained, is this saying his stories are good?
Mein Fräulein means to say your writing isn't I mean,
Oh, no.
mein Fräulein offers her thing.
No, she said the opposite. She said that your writing doesn't compare to, like, my world. Tell him he's bad. Why not? Fischl gets to say anyone's bad. That's her prerogative. Wait, did we just go to not cry?
It should be up ahead.
Whoa, a wild hunter with a Sealy?
Wait, did something attack that Sealy? Something doesn't seem right here.
What, the fact there's like a Sealy here as well?
And it bears the same signature I sensed before.
Ah,
Then it would seem fate has dictated our path for us.
hell yeah. We're in the domain. Sorry there for a second, guys. I was gonna like pause for like 2 seconds. Oh, we can. Oh my god, we have Fischl here. But it's their version of Fischl. My Fischl's actually like I think my most well-built character. If I'm being honest with you guys. Just being real with you.
Gather. This is order.
Move is so insane. I'm trying to do the cancel stuff, but it's very hard.
By royal decree.
Is he gone? He's gone. Okay, he's gone. He's gone.
Stabilize. Order guide.
Yeah, there we go. It's cool we're gonna get to play as all the characters then. Even though we have some of them.
Huh. Looks like the Sealy is showing us the way. Let's follow.
Following a Sealy, it's very classic, isn't it? It's a very classic thing to do. These quests are just really... So this is a domain area as well, by the way. But yeah, this is just like a really fun thing we're doing. Like, it's such a great mission just to meet... And the one with Venti was already like very impactful on my heart and like was very mystical and magical and wonderful. And now the one with Fischl is not only fun, but there is like also, again, a magical feeling to it. Like we're following a Sealy now, trying to track down this author's words. Or this author, I should say. Is everything okay? Did things get darker?
What are you doing
What?
here?
Wait, that voice. It's Nicole.
Oh my god, getting to see N again? That's so good.
Also, that should be our line. We were looking for Mr. Nine and our search led us
So
here,
good to see
but
N again.
now it seems we've found you instead.
I mean, she is an angel. Makes sense she'd be with the Sealys. You tell Nicole and the Sealy about the I Publishing House Commission and your investigation.
Ah, I see. Well, Mr. Nine is right here.
The Sealy?
Hello.
What?
What bizarre Demerung is this? Never in 1,000 sunsets have I heard of such a thing.
You tell him, Fischl.
In truth, I too aspire to be an author. But I'm also partial to direct communication. Talking is rather inconvenient by comparison.
So she like prefers direct communication?
And as I'm sure you can understand, writing things down is even more tedious.
It can be. I think you have to really love doing something like that to do it. You know what I mean? People who write books with a lack of passion, you're not going to get through it because people think it's easy. Or you just write down a bunch of words. You have to truly love it because there's arduous, because it's not just writing, it's rewriting, it's character development, it's all this stuff.
I thought perhaps if I found someone with whom I could share my ideas, it might give me the same release as writing.
That's very fun.
But then those stories would never see the light of day, which would be a shame.
How does this work with the Sealy though? I wonder.
So, I tracked down an old Sealy friend of mine and told her all the stories I was imagining.
What?
Then, I sent her to find people with similar aspirations to write
So a
them
bunch
in
of
my
ghostwriters?
stead.
That's such a great idea. I mean, it's a cool idea for a story as well. Like the idea that like a Sealy went off and like found a bunch of ghostwriters to write the story for Nicole.
We even came up with several character traits to lend a certain authenticity to Mr. Nine. A receding hairline was one of them, I think.
Yep, I'm the one she roped into all
This is such a crazy quest. I did not expect to have a talking Sealy with Nicole here and find out that she is an author who has authored multiple books under the pen name Mr. Nine.
Come now, it was beneficial for you too. By inhabiting those
Inhabiting?
authors and mobilizing their language faculties, you were able to hone and eventually recover your capacity for speech.
Interesting. So the Sealy wouldn't have been able to speak before, but because they kept inhabiting people's bodies, I guess, they're then able to speak?
And anyway, an angel has always functioned like a sort of a flash of inspiration in someone's head. I'm sure it was like stepping into old shoes.
So you, what, possessed people? Isn't that kind of intrusive?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's fine. She did it while they were
Doesn't
sleeping.
matter, Nicole.
As long as the person is someone who dreams of creating worlds of their own, this inner writer within them will automatically awaken.
That sounds very automatic. I love to use quotations here as well. This is insane, right? Because obviously I knew these, like, if it's Witch's Homework, there were going to be magical quests, but, like, we're talking to N again. We're with Fischl. We have a talking city that has learned to talk by inhabiting people while they're asleep.
Wait, but what about the letter and the strange intuitions Oz has been having?
Nicole sent me to monitor the situation in Notcry, and it's super dangerous, okay? So I needed some help. It's not like I have the knowledge or power of the heavens anymore.
So did she, this angel voice, did she contact Oz?
As for your friend over here, well, you see, when writing a story, it's not uncommon to incorporate certain half-true details for realism's sake.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, we've seen that before. A real curse was written into an Inazuman light novel once.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen. Like, realism, we see that in Genshin a lot when it comes to, like, the rebellion stuff in Inazuma as well. It was very realistic, too, in a lot of ways. This music. Again, the word to describe this, thankfully, for the Witch's Homework is magical.
Indeed. In a similar vein, Mr. Nine's stories are full of metaphors, including one for the creation of life. What it describes isn't made up, per se.
This music's so beautiful.
We just never imagined
You
someone
okay,
would
Fischl?
actually manage to use it. Until you came along, young
Wait
lady.
a second. So since she adopted the part of that story onto her personality and is like super proud of this, she's like, you actually managed to use this. These is that what's happening here? The creation of life, and she created her own life from this. Oh, Fischl, she can't even speak.
Mein Fräulein is speechless. So if I may ask in her stead, did she manage to use one of these half-truths in Mr. Nine's novels to create
That would be really
me?
interesting as well. Because I'm thinking that what they're saying is that Fischl's whole persona is a creation of a story, and in a way, it is a half-truth. It is like it is a persona that is what she wants to portray to everyone, but it's not exactly who she is, like, you know, how she was born, for example.
It was more like 70%
Okay.
made up, 30%
This is such
true.
a great thing to see, like to hear this from Nicole as well. To say this phrasing here is what when she said until you came along, young lady. It, like, for some reason it gives more I don't want to say the word energy, life to Fischl's character that was already full of life. The meaning behind the creation of her character that she created herself, and Oz as well. It's such a great way of doing this.
No, it was 90% made up, 10% true. I thought it was too dangerous, so I
Oh.
changed it.
Oz is OP.
See, I knew you'd never read my
Oz is
books.
very OP.
You don't seem too surprised, Oz.
So Oz is then a creation from, if I'm getting this right, from Nine's books, which would be also the ideas of Nicole. So in a way, the persona that Fischl has here is a creation of, in a way, of N that has been used as like a half-truth in real life. Am I getting that? Because that's pretty cool if it is.
Well, I suppose I've vaguely sensed this since the beginning.
Amazing.
Regardless, it is an honor to
So
serve
at the very
mein
least,
Fräulein.
Oz is a N idea that was a half-truth and a 10% lie and 90% truth.
Well, once
Very
our
cool.
affairs in Notcry are resolved, Mr. Nine will be able to return home. Yes, just tell them that when you return.
Okay?
I don't want to be your eyes here. It's too dangerous. Oh, but, while you're at it, could you pass a message along to that guy in Chengsa village? I've been splitting the royalties with him 90-10. His share's been buried in his yard all
So he
these
is technically
years.
Mr. Nine, and she's been giving him money. He's gonna be so shocked.
Wait, what do you use the Mora for?
I bury it and then lead people to the treasure. Guiding people is in our nature. It's what I love
That's so
to
great
do.
to hear as well. It's a passion for Celie to guide people, right? It's a passion for her.
Feel free to come
His
search for my
face.
personal stash someday. I've buried it at the furthest end of the Immernacht
Yeah?
Reich.
I will. I absolutely will.
Mein
Oh my
Fräulein.
god, she's so excited as well.
And, I just want to say that
Oh.
I really like your books, Mr. Nine.
And she said in her normal voice too.
What mein Fräulein means
And he's gonna
is,
translate it back.
though the cosmos stretch forth in unending darkness, yet shall come an hour when all things shine.
Oh.
I'm glad to hear it. All in all, it seems you've already found my greatest treasure.
All right, that settles
And
that.
this is
Now, I need to have a quick argument with Mr. Nine about who really deserves to be
Sure.
considered first author.
this is so amazing to me because I think this line here where it's like she's like, I really like your books. It hit me so hard because again, like a lot of like Fischl's personality, her Oz, everything, it's very like it's a story that is made real, right? And it says, it seems you've already found the greatest treasure, which isn't the treasure I hid behind everything. It's that creation. It's that thing that's come to life. It's your personality. It's your creativity. It's your imagination. To me, that's what the greatest treasure is.
Absolutely not.
All of them said it together. After saying goodbyes, you begin to the return journey. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. My heart is so warm. Man, my heart is so warm from that. So Witch's Eve, right, Phantasmal Nocturne. So Fischl has another power again.
Lightning. Let's bolt.
Talk to Chang the Knight. What's this quest? Oh, the hidden royalties? Yeah, sure. You can take the hidden royalties. Sure. Take him, Chang the Knight. We'll talk about everything that happened there as well.
Oh, that's right. Just channel Mr. Nine. How would he write this particular essay?
Buddy, just fall asleep and maybe something will possess you again.
Hey, Chang the Nine! We have something for you!
Oh? What is... What? Where did all this Mora come from?
About that. So, the thing is... Right. Mr. Nine really admires your work. So, he decided to fund your writing
That's a good
career.
excuse.
Wait, what? So, channeling Mr. Nine actually worked. I can't believe it.
Of course, for Chang the Knight, the wealth pales in comparison to his craft. The matter of Mora is swiftly forgotten. He puts it back in paper. Thus, you continue on back to Mondstadt. Great stuff. Honestly, really fantastic stuff. And I think that what was so special about there as well is because it really focused on, again, I think the creativity that is Fischl, the persona that she puts forward. The greatest treasure, in my opinion, that she got from her was not just Oz, but it was also like how she presents herself. She is a walking version of a beautiful story. And that's what she got from this stuff too. But to find out as well that like this angel had possessed the body of a bunch of writers to write down Nicole's ideas. So Fischl's whole demeanor came from, and at least Oz at the very least came from Nicole, which means exactly why she would be very closely tied to the Hexen Circle, right? 100%. But she was so grateful in the end, even saying thank you, and she loved reading the books. It was so cool to see Fischl so happy because, you know, she is a character who's like brings us such happiness. So whenever I get to see Fischl kind of like really excited or over the moon, and in that moment she was like a child in a toy shop, you know, when she saw this. It really was so nice. But yeah, really interesting thing here with the seal is able to like possess people's bodies and eventually learn how to speak from possessing people over and over again. And not only that, but being able to like write stories and also I guess be ghostwriters as well. Really interesting take on this story, honestly. It really was. Very good stuff. Let's see who's next then. Wait. Am I? Did they go from the menu? Maybe we have to look at it here instead. Wait. Oh, we can only do it with characters we obtain. That's insane. I didn't think that would happen. So things have changed. I'm watching a video from Streetwise Rhapsody right now because here's the thing. I do have Mona, I do have Razor, I do have Sucrose, but they're not leveled up yet. And it would be a situation where I'd have to make a choice, who am I going to level up? Like, obviously, I think I would level up Mona first, and then Razor, and then Sucrose, in order of characters that I like the most. But it'd be one of those situations where, like, I wouldn't get them leveled up in time to do this video when I want to do this video. And also, I don't have the other characters. So instead of just going on the way I was doing it, we're going to react to the rest of them, and this is Mona's one. I think it just makes sense. It would be a situation where I'd have to like leave at least one character to the wayside by the time this video gets uploaded, and we'd have to do, not that it'd be a bad thing to do in part 2, but like Genshin's about to get super busy. It's about to get super busy. So I thought I'd just go with this. So we already saw, this is Venti's. We already did Venti's. Mona's here. I shouldn't do that because then we'd look through them. But yeah, there's other characters here. Like, say, I'm guessing like the big long one here is probably Fischl, because the Fischl was actually a longer one than Venti's. So this probably is Fischl's, isn't it? Yep. So yeah, let's check these out. Thank you, Streetwise Rhapsody, for always uploading this stuff. But we get to go over to Mona's house over here.
Mona! We have something for you.
Oh my god, I love Mona.
Traveler Paimon, you're full of energy today.
I adore her design as well.
You have something for me,
Her hair is
you
also
said?
pretty.
Is it some quick and easy way to make Mora by any chance?
Do you need money? I'll give you anything you want.
Well, actually, it's some kind of task from your master.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard no. But I guess I don't have a choice, huh? An enterprising spirit is important and all that.
Streetwise Rhapsody, by the way, I adore them as a creator because they always like
I know that'll.
They always take screenshots like of like great photos. Like, say for example, if Paimon's doing like a thumbs up, they'll take a screenshot. If you know what I mean. And again, by the way, I say they're a great creator, but I only ever see these videos that I get to watch, which is like reacting to an old event or something like that as well. The only reason I'm saying that is because you never know.
Old hag, old.
The old hag.
Why don't you just take a look first?
They're getting requests too. Letting it pass. Very smart.
Huh. This book doesn't seem so special to me.
You can't sense anything special of it?
Oh, whoa! Letters just fell out of it.
Oh, maybe she's trying to reconcile with you?
You think so?
No idea. Either way, it looks like I'm supposed to open these 3 letters in order. Well, let's start with the first one.
Great voice actor, don't they have as well,
If this is
yeah.
her task, it should be okay for us all to read. Come on, let's see what this is about.
It's so funny because Mona has like the energy sometimes of like a little kid, the way she'll like, have competitions with Fischl, or she'll, she has like, this very like, again, a big theater kid energy to her as well. But then when she says stuff like this, like, come on, let's see what's all about. She has like, to me, like granny energy. You know what I mean? She really does.
Oh, how long it's been, my student.
Look at this angle.
I'm afraid to report that getting up and about is becoming harder and harder these days.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the sympathy card. She could have tried to make it sound a bit more genuine at least.
She's already jumped into the fighting back against
I
her.
would chase you, and you would run for dear life, trying to use that hydro phantom of yours to distract me. Oh, seems like it was just yesterday.
Was that a fond memory for you too,
Now
Mona?
you're off on your own, and I laze the days away in my rocking chair. I really should get some exercise again.
Well, then get it some other way, you old hag.
I love her answer. Oh, this bit seems private.
Now,
You know what it's like? You know what it's like when you're at like your friend's house when you're younger and they argue with their parents and you're like, oh, should I leave?
Sure, you're curious as to the purpose of this letter. And to that, I say this. If you want to learn how to predict the fate of an entire kingdom, or even the entire world, head to Sumeru and search for the gate to an underground kingdom.
Okay.
Once there, open the second letter.
It's like a scavenger hunt or something.
But she knows how to lure people in, that's for sure. Is she serious about passing on her secret technique?
I think legitimately because she will get a power up after this, right?
You two have such a weird dynamic. When you talk about sentimental stuff, you fight. But when it comes to dry academic stuff, you get all emotional.
Actually, very true.
Anyway, this gate to an underground kingdom sounds familiar.
What could it be?
You've heard of it?
Yeah. It should be the same one we're thinking of.
Which one is this now?
Perfect. I don't even need to investigate then. Oh, that means no hired guide, no lodging, no shelling out Mora left and right.
If you need money, let us know.
On, there's no time to waste. Let's go.
I'll give you anything. Where's the underground kingdom we're thinking of?
You didn't mention a transportation fee just now. Paimon's guessing that means...
Yep. Same method as usual. Let's go.
They're warping? This UI.
This brings back memories of summertime. It's actually kind of refreshing.
Yeah. This is the desert.
So, this is the gate to the ancient kingdom of Conria.
Oh my freaking god. What are you doing? Genshin. How long is this thing with Mona? Like what? We're already like halfway done. This is what they were thinking of? This dory that we found like wasn't a world quest we were here, I think? It's same.
I'm sure a lot of secrets and tragedies lie behind it.
Well, let's open the second letter.
Oh my god. I was not expecting to come here at all, and this music in the background?
Yep, it's this one.
My heart is pounding now.
As the ancient Sumeru saying goes, rote knowledge bears no fruit until it is watered with the showers of wisdom. With that in mind, there is a phenomenon in this land known as the sign of Apausha.
Apausha.
It is a celestial mark that burns in response to an all too ardent desire for the truth. In that sense, perhaps it's more fitting to call it a sign of truth instead.
I might have pronounced that wrong in the past if I've heard that before. I probably said Apasia.
The records of this ancient kingdom state there are several large subterranean lakes in Conria.
Whoa.
Clear and calm as mirrors, whose surfaces reflect the true stars.
So that would be to do with divination as well then, right? You know, reflecting the stars, divining the stars as well.
This is because the sign of truth created in the water is able to bypass the false sky and connect to the outer universe.
What? Is this what like she's trying to lead Mona to, or maybe the secrets of how to do that? So as the waters in Conria, these lakes reflect the true stars and reflect even everything beyond the stars and the fake sky. That's a true power, right? That's insane.
I had no idea.
Neither did I.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to see past the false sky. Only by obtaining these cosmic parameters can one predict the fate of this world.
So she wants Mona to be able to see beyond the false sky? Is that where Mona, that's huge. For Mona to be able to like go that far with her, she really is getting a level up here.
Now, my task for you is as follows. Open a sign of truth in front of the gate to Conria.
They're not going to open those doors, are they?
The rest is a bunch of stuff about the ceremony the old hag came up with to
Can I say as well,
summon
that when we came here last time, did they say directly it was a great gate to Conria? Or I think this was during Good and Evil, right? And I remember specifically when we came here, there wasn't like a bunch of like things here. It wasn't like this big pomp and circumstance. You could miss this place as well. So when you look at this place, this is the first time they talked about it as being the gate to Conria, right? At least from my perspective anyway. I could be wrong.
Yeah, all these planetary trajectories and runes. Paimon's not even gonna try to make sense of it. So, what do you say, Mona? Are you gonna attempt it?
Well, I hate to admit it, but it looks like the parameters she came up with
Oh, for real?
could work. Frankly, this prospect is quite exciting, and heading back now will just cost me another night of lodging, so no better time than the present.
she's thinking about the buddy
Emissaries
aspect.
Of the enduring stars, wanderers
This
over
music
ecliptic and
too.
equatorial plains,
Mona.
radiant celestial brethren.
This music is
Traverse
so
the
good.
twisted paths of the cavernous void. I, Mona Magistus the astrologist, invoke the power of Hydro to balance the scales.
Incredible stuff. The music just makes everything even more impactful.
By wisdom and truth, let the thirst be relieved. I, Mona Magistus the astrologist, summon you, O stars, to stand before me.
Whoa. I mean, her power always looked amazing.
Did it work?
Her power always looked amazing, but here it looks so much. It looks so cool as well. And again, the weight of the stuff with like Conria and the stars and these lakes and reflecting the true sky beyond the actual sky, the fake sky as well. The way they presented this already, like this is a huge deal. This is a huge deal for Mona. And enemies as well.
Monsters! How did that happen?
No dice. The sign of truth only opened long enough for the monsters to slip through.
So this is a similar thing that happened to
Get a glimpse of the real stars at all. Whatever. I'll just take it out on you.
So she's trying to glimpse the real stars, but instead these abyssal monsters came. That's what happened to with
Tag's new theory seems workable. I have a better
Very
grasp
cool.
of hydromancy now. And the perfect test subject.
She's trying to prove something as well to like her master as well. But like, so this happened to Venti too. The idea when he did his thing, it let in people from it attracted creatures from the abyss. So this seems like it's not only happening in non-Karai. These abyssal creatures are like coming beyond the borders in some way, right?
That's that.
Well, the old hag said to open the third letter once it was all said and done.
But you didn't get to see the actual true
I
stars.
couldn't make it work. So, should I still open it?
Yeah, well, no, I say so.
You know, Paimon thinks she understands your dynamic a lot better now.
Yeah?
Look, she didn't say you had to successfully complete the ceremony, so you can open it.
That's a good way of putting it.
I guess. All the same, I doubt she has anything nice to say.
If you're reading this, it means you attempted to open the
Attempted. The
sign
word
of
attempted.
truth. Seriously.
Oh no.
I can't believe you actually tried
Oh,
it.
Barbaloth.
What are you laughing at, you old hag?
You tell her. Mona's amazing.
Conria was home to several lakes of stars, rendering the fabric of space in that area comparatively unstable. As a result, attempts to break through the firmament through non-physical means were more likely
It's a great
to
look,
succeed.
the location as well, isn't it?
In any case, I knew this place was well hidden and wouldn't be frequented by too many people. As such, any negative effects of failing to open the sign of truth
So it
would
wouldn't hurt
remain
anybody.
Small scale. And of course, as my student, I felt sure you would have the chops to deal with the abyssal creatures that roam beyond
Okay,
the
that's a
false
bit of
sky.
praise.
Even if you couldn't beat them, I am certain you could outrun them.
Stop.
You always were fast on your feet.
Because what you said earlier about her chasing her around the place playing that game with her.
Connecting hydromancy to the kind of wisdom that quenches thirst. Truly, my genius knows no bounds. The practical application of the scry glass has also reduced disturbances caused by the false sky.
Leaving her behind.
I'd like to see Alice try and top that.
Wait, so it's reduced disturbances?
My genius knows no bounds.
So doing what?
The practical application of the scry glass has also
Is that what she did now?
disturbances caused by the false sky.
So this reduced disturbances now when Mona did this.
I'd like to see Alice try.
But she got Mona to basically carry out her plan and reduce the disturbances. Mona cuts it off there. Apparently, the old hag proceeds to brag for a few thousand words. After sorting through the observation results, you return to Mondstadt. Is this? I think this is it. They cut them off very quickly, actually, in an interesting way. Yeah. So to me, it's a Rite of Genesis star signs. To me, that story was, again, reduced disturbances from the false sky. So that was a plan of like the witches where they're trying to like prepare this world to like be defended or whatever. It was another trick that she played on Mona too, but in a way it kind of like, again, it's weird the dynamic because I feel like she has faith in Mona, but at the same time too, she also like, you know, will make fun of her or badger her or poke her, which is not very nice at all because we love Mona. But she thought Mona was capable of even at least getting out of here. I think that's what happened there. Because what Mona did the thing, it reduced some of the effects of like, maybe this happened, and then whatever appeared here, she was able to destroy as well. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in that stuff too. But this is kind of like a wild goose chase that was actually benefiting like people, at least in some way. But it also, once again, it felt like that last little dig from Barbalot as well to Mona. I guess it kind of makes sense that she wouldn't get this, because the reason why I was so shocked is because the idea of being able to like see for Mona as a character to be able to see beyond the false sky and see the real stars, it would be really powerful. I think she would become like one of the most powerful characters in the entire game, right? Which again, we wouldn't be against, but like, I guess when you look at it now, it is like too good to be true in a way. But I think that's why it was so shocking, and I think that's why the afterwards when she did that and kind of like made fun of her, that's why it kind of hurt a bit more, because it's like, she was so close to having this power as well. So the next character is Albedo, which will always be interesting. Let's check it out. She's this person is Skirk, by the way. Great team.
It's completely still.
Really cool team.
Compared to that, this is nothing.
It seems like a freeze team mostly. Is that it? Albedo painting over here as well.
Albedo's over there. Wonder what he's doing.
Is he drawing a wolf?
Hey, Albedo. Now we find you here. Oh, are you painting?
It's so nice to see all these characters as well, even though we saw them here already.
Yes, I finally have a moment to myself. So I decided to pick up my brush and get some practice in.
A lot of stuff has happened, huh? A lot.
Indeed. Of course, thanks to your help and my fellow knights, that matter was resolved with little issue. In addition, I was able to complete the final task my master left for me.
Okay.
I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
He's so sweet, even though he's not even doing a cute face.
Swiftly in her studies too. She can tackle many alchemy projects on her own now.
Man, he's so efficient.
The Knights of Favonius don't have any duties for me at the moment either.
But that's nice though. That's nice to have nothing to do for a bit.
No responsibilities, no tasks, no problems to resolve.
It seems like he wants some problem to resolve.
It just feels strange, not having to rack my brain for solutions to all manner of problems.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
To be quite honest, I'm finding the idle life a bit hard to get used to.
I feel like a lot of people say this after they retire, right?
Considering if there might be other issues that need solving. But unfortunately for me, Mondstadt seems perfectly problem-free at the moment.
Fortunately for everyone else as well, though.
Enjoying a bit of me time. Nothing good comes from working yourself to the bone.
I agree with what Paimon's saying here, and like for me personally, when it comes to this thing, and to me, it's a great testament to how Albedo is, to someone who likes to keep himself busy. I'm always like I admire people like that, and it's also like a very like, I think that I've been in jobs before that like, I wouldn't shy away from breaks, but like for the example I would give is like, I know it's not the same thing at all, right? But I'm going to use like YouTube, right? When I force myself to take a break on Saturday and Sunday where I don't record, that keeps myself fresh for the rest of the days. But like there is some times on Saturday and Sunday where I look over like my recording equipment, I'm like, I could get like one video in, right? And I'm like, no. Even though you love doing it, force yourself not to do it, because it can be like hard to take yourself out of the mindset, especially if you like doing something. And in Albedo's case, he really likes helping people and really likes problem solving.
But if you're really that bored, you can come hang out with us.
Hell yeah.
Paimon will teach you the true art of doing nothing.
Lovely.
Well, I suppose I should learn from the best.
It's really sweet. It's a really sweet idea for a quest. And if you're looking for trouble, I have a knack for finding it.
Things like that.
It's true. It's very true, though.
Strange to see you so idle, Albedo.
Huh?
But considering that you've completed Master Rhindaughter's final task, I suppose you deserve a break.
What is happening?
See? What did Paimon tell ya? You asked for trouble, and here it
I mean, I guess so. What else happening? Sabaz?
What are you doing here?
You know this cat? I mean, talking cats have been happening
He's
before,
also
but...
one of my master's creations. I suppose
What are
that
you doing?
makes him a family member of sorts.
Genshin just dropping things like crazy here. A talking sea that can possess people. A new power that is unveiled through the wind with Venti. Going to the door of Conria. Oh, here's another creation of my mother. This is a crazy quest line. And it's hidden behind owning Albedo in the game, which is crazy.
Don't you take that tone with me. I'll have you know that I alone keep that giant house in order as its butler. And yes, that has meant dealing with the assorted collection of vials and jars that you and Master use. Washing them, drying them, all that work done by one cat.
Wait, you're a butler? How does that work? How do you handle vials and stuff without, you know?
Paimon's asking the right questions.
How do you stay afloat in midair?
It's totally different.
It's just something Paimon's always known how to do.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Housekeeping is the same for me.
Oh, this stretch?
Such facts are not up for question and shall receive no answer.
I get it. He doesn't have to answer them, but like I think it's a different type of question, right? I know the answer is like, yeah, it's fair. It's like, hey, I've always just known how to do this. Because it's like asking someone like, you know, why are you breathing? And some people might not know the answer, you know? But like, I think she's asking about the you know, your thumbs. Like, how do you pick up stuff? I think it's a fair question. You know, if you don't want to answer, it's fine, though.
Hey! You're not allowed to say the same answer that Paimon said. You...
The cat belongs to Rhindaughter Paimon. Oh my god.
Ugh. Sure. But don't expect Paimon
Yeah.
to listen to his
I told you
rambling.
Paimon would fight
Allow
Rhindaughter.
me to get to the point, then. I'm here at Master Rhindaughter's request.
What?
She has a message for me to pass along. Ahem.
I love that there's just a connection with the
Dear
Hexen Circle like
Albedo,
this.
In regard to that task I set for you, your discovery of an answer that you can accept is most delightful.
What's so crazy about this one, I find Albedo's character so interesting to me because I would never look down on Albedo, but like for me, Rhindaughter is a character that isn't morally good, right? Now, whenever we interact with her, she's so interesting because she always just sounds like an ordinary lady, you know? But obviously the Shades aren't good, not the Shades, sorry, the Sinners are not good characters, right? They're not. But Albedo like still has like this connection with his mother, and it's so I think it's a much more interesting dynamic than him like ignoring or hating her really passionately. It's like aware of like everyone else's feelings about it, but again, because Albedo is who he is, he's like, yeah, I don't like shy away from like this communication with my mother. It's so interesting to me, and it makes Albedo a more interesting character to me because I think there's a, you know, again, as I said, it'd be a good story to have him be like F my mother all the time and I'm not going anywhere near her or whatever, but it's so interesting just to have like, you know, a sinner communicating just like this, just casually sometimes. It's really interesting.
Alas, once a problem is solved, mulling it over in one's head loses all meaning. I'm sure the pendulum in your ever-whirring mind is swinging toward boredom as we speak.
Yep, she knows him. She knows him very well.
Might I suggest posing questions of your own, then?
Okay.
Cast the answers you know aside. Instead, embrace the questions you don't. After all, questions have always been more interesting than answers, and much better for passing the time.
Very true as well.
I look forward to what questions you'll bring me upon our next meeting.
So, the reason I say it's true is because for me, I look back in the game Shadow of the Colossus all the time and how, like, the game was kept alive for years because not everyone knew exactly what was happening. And the people who say they know what's exactly happening in that game are liars, you know? There's like a story you can follow, but, like, it's also one of those situations where it's much more fun to, like, have the conversation. And that's why the people I don't like talking about stuff with Shadow of the Colossus are the ones who are like, no, this is what happens. And it's like, no, that's not definitive. That's why when she says questions are much more important. Yeah, when you have all the answers, you can't think about this stuff. But if you have questions, then there's debates, there's conversations, there's studies. There's all the stuff. It does keep you occupied way more than an answer does.
And should you come up with ones even I've never considered, all the better.
It's so interesting Rhine-Daughter just communicating with
unlikely,
us.
Of course, but do your best. And who knows? If you're lucky, you might just
And someone
surprise
said
me.
it too. She just sounds like an ordinary lady. You know, and she's so terrifying, but she's just an
Don't
ordinary
attempt
lady.
to create a self
When she
whose
sounds
sole
like one.
purpose is to pose or ponder questions. I've tried it, and it doesn't work. Lastly, I sent Sabas with a gift for you. Do keep it well, all right? Ah, and no need to feed him.
Can I skip back for a second here to
doesn't
see
get
what
hungry.
was said here?
You might just surprise me.
This part here.
Oh, and don't attempt to create a self whose sole purpose is to pose or ponder questions. I've tried it,
So
and it doesn't
he's
work.
saying, she's saying, don't create another being that is just made to ponder. She already tried to create another version of herself that's just trying to ponder questions.
Lastly, I sent Sabas with a gift for you. Do keep it well, all right? Ah, and no need to feed him. He doesn't get
Again,
hungry.
it's so crazy to me interacting with Rhine-Daughter like this. She is to me one of the most terrifying characters in the game, and like she has a way of lulling me into just listening to what she's saying as if she's telling a story sometimes. Because you've only heard her voice like a select amount of times, but whenever she talks, she just sounds like the most casual person in the world, and that honestly makes it more scary to me. You know what I mean?
As you instruct, Master.
There you go, Master, you know?
Master had quite a bit to say, I see. That really took a lot out of me. Well, I've passed the message along, so I shan't tarry in this frozen death trap for a second longer. I need to deliver a separate message to Mondstadt at any rate.
Mondstadt?
Who else would have a connection to
Durin.
Rhine-Daughter in Mondstadt? Oh.
Although his birth was rather recent, Master Rhine-Daughter has long foreseen what his task should be.
Should we Rhine-Daughter be the one giving it to him,
I
though?
digress. I shall be on my way.
I feel like Rhine-Daughter abandoned
If I
him.
stay here a second longer, my tail might turn into an icicle. Your gift
Or at least
from
the other
Master
version of him.
Rhine-Daughter is on the table. Use it well.
You know, Albedo, your family gets more confusing by the second.
Yeah, and can I just say, it does make me uncomfortable, and I think it's I don't think it's intentionally trying to make me uncomfortable. I think it's a good thing that makes me uncomfortable talking to Rhine-Daughter, because again, I know Rhine-Daughter is not a good person. I know the stuff that Rhine-Daughter does is absolutely crazy. The playing with life and stuff as well. And now, like what they've done as well to with the shade stuff as well. Like they've done some crazy stuff. But I think that's what, again, as I said, that's what makes it so interesting is the fact that we're standing here having a casual interaction with another one of her creations, having a normal conversation, not normal, but like having a very like level-headed conversation with her through a cat. Like, it'll never not be weird to me, you know?
Speaking of, would that cat really count as a family member? He called himself a butler and all, but
Master created Sabas long before me. By the standards of a normal family, that would make him my elder.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah.
Of course, my family could scarcely be considered
100%.
normal. So, by that logic, that type of relationship holds little meaning.
Yeah, it's a very strange
At the
family.
same time, Sabas did look after me quite a bit back in the day, helping me tidy up various vials and jars. He even modeled for my sketches at times.
wait a second. The cat you drew
Oh, it's a
today?
cat?
That's him then, isn't it?
Yes, whenever I need to think, I turn to drawing and let my subconscious take over. It always helps me sort my thoughts out. And for some reason, I often wind up choosing a portrait of Sabas. I have drawn so many at this point that it's become second nature.
We've seen you draw a
Thus,
cat
this
before, so
leaves
maybe
my
like,
mind
yeah,
free to
just
consider other things.
Sabas brings you some comfort, you know?
Yeah, we thought it was just a random cat. Guess he was a way bigger deal than we thought.
Yeah.
Well, now you know his real name. I can tell you more stories about him sometime,
Sure.
if you like.
I mean, why not?
But right now,
The tree takes pride in its most perfect fruit. So complete, so flawless. But you, O Seed of Dreams, do not settle for being the king of a universe, confined to its flesh.
I need to think.
So she wants him to pose a question to her. And better yet, if it's a question that she never heard before? Is that what it is? Not quite sure entirely like what that means. I could skip back a second here just to see what the start, just to see what when the start of the Rhine daughter section happened here.
Instead, embrace the questions you don't.
Here.
It over in one's head loses all meaning.
Just to get a better feel for
I'm
this.
sure the pendulum in your ever-whirring mind is swinging toward boredom as we speak.
It's exactly doing that, yeah.
Might I suggest posing questions of your own, then?
So that's what she's saying, just to pose
Cast
questions.
the answers you know aside. Instead, embrace the questions you don't. After all, questions have always been more interesting than answers, and much better for passing
So that's
the
basically what it is.
time.
She wants him to pose questions instead.
I look forward to what questions you'll bring me upon our next
Right,
meeting.
maybe that's just basically what it is. It's like, you know, during this downtime to pose questions, and questions I think could also maybe be like how things are created, maybe like how can we do this, you know, like what if we formed this with this. Even the thing she said here, like I tried to create another version of myself that ponders questions too. Could that be a part of it too, you know? So there is like a question there of like, can I create someone that is like myself too? So I wonder if it is like, you know, trying to encourage Albedo to ponder questions, to create more, maybe to level up in that sense where, like, you know, again, it's like that's what a researcher does, right? The idea of studying things, the idea of coming up with new things as well. What's after Sucrose? Klee, and then Razor, and then at the end it's Durin. You know what I mean? So I wonder if that is generally like what we're trying to get at here, which is like trying to like make him maybe ask more questions, do more, to find out more information, to create more things, and that possibly could be it. Regardless, like again, another very tense conversation with Rhine daughter. But again, it's so weird how when I talk to Rhine daughter, I start off very scared, and then she lulls me in. Like I find myself listening to her intently. Her voice is so soft. She feels very casual. Such an interesting way of conversing here. Yeah. So the next one will be Sucrose, which should be an interesting one as well. Sucrose.
Given previous results, I should make a few adjustments to the experiment and ensure that the materials and equipment are all in order. As for the potion I need to make... Oh, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're here to help with your task. We wanted to see if you could use some extra hands.
My task? Oh, you mean the one Mr. Albedo told me about? The one from the Hexen Circle?
So she already is aware of this.
Well, you're just in time. The experiment is ongoing, and I was just about to work on it.
Sure.
Ongoing? So, you've been working on it all this time?
Yes. It aligns with other research topics I've been working on, so it hasn't been too much extra work. Still...
What? Is there a problem with the experiment?
I've been unsuccessful
so
far.
I mean, that is going to happen, right?
So it keeps failing, huh?
It's not as simple as just failing. The whole theoretical framework behind this task is a bit more complicated than I imagined.
Oh, right! You still haven't told us what kind of experiment it is.
I mean, we're just like just being supportive regardless,
One meant
right?
to develop a potion that can transform sweet flowers into a variant 16 times
Whoa.
its normal size. That is to say, the formulation of botanical augmentation reagent type 4, iteration 7. As you can probably guess, this is my 7th time running the experiment.
Wow! So, basically, we need to make growth serum. Or the 7th version of one.
Well, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, but obviously, like, it's not going too successfully right now.
This is my 7th attempt, but I didn't make many adjustments to the formula this time, because both the theoretical principles behind this experiment and the products of the process prove there's nothing wrong with it.
But you haven't succeeded yet, right?
Yes, I'm thinking that it's not my current formula that is wrong, per se, but rather some other key element is missing.
Oh! Then Paimon knows just what to do.
Let us help. Perhaps you could...
Well, that's why we're helping out. Wait a second!
Oh my...
Paimon is not an
Oh no, Paimon was suggested as an ingredient?
We could try. It's just... I would need to adjust the ratios in the original formula, and that
Were you actually suggesting Paimon? We're not putting Paimon in an experiment.
No! We are not trying
Never.
that. Just show us the original.
Poor Paimon.
Here it is. That said, I'm still missing 2 ingredients.
Now that we can help
100%. We're good at that
What do we
stuff.
need to get?
Commission type stuff.
I need spring water from Springvale to use as the base.
Okay.
As well as Eye of the Storm fragments. But that last one could be tricky.
We've got this! Let's go!
Yeah. Like, I think it could work out. 100%.
Tackle the Eye of the Storm first.
So, Sucrose is just doing an experiment. It's super, super fun to see her in her natural habitat. Again, I'm not like a huge Sucrose fan, but like obviously like I enjoy seeing all these characters here as well. I think people can probably tell like I'm not huge into the idea of like I'm not huge like, oh, Sucrose, oh my god. But I do love her connection to Albedo, and I love the relationship that they have, and I love seeing any character progress with the talent that has been, you know, passed on to them from another character.
Wow, you two work fast.
I forgot you can eat food to make your characters better. I forgot you could do that. I am ready to do that. But yeah, it's interesting to see like her doing an experiment to make these flowers grow bigger.
Down there.
Which actually I think as well, if you can make plants grow bigger, if they still taste
The
good,
quality of Springvale's waters makes for a stable potion-making ingredient.
you could legit probably like, you know,
Need it, right?
feed a lot of people, right? Which would be very good.
Yes, let's head back. All right, the ingredients are ready and the cauldron is just over there, so we should be good to go.
Is something wrong?
No. It's just... Do you mind if I watch from the
Not
side?
at all. Not at all.
Just for the purposes of accurate recording, I mean.
Yeah, and as I say, like, oh, like I'm not like a big Sucrose fan. It doesn't mean I don't like her. It's just like, you know, I've never been like, you know, passionate about like her character. But I can say that like with Sucrose that there's like nothing wrong with her. I hope it makes sense. Like she's a very sweet character who like there's nothing about her that's gonna be like, oh, Sucrose, you know. It's just, yeah, she's just one of those characters that you just don't think about as the same way as other characters, you know.
I know lots of people don't like being scrutinized during experiments, so...
That's no problem at all.
Thanks. Then, I'm ready to go whenever you are. I'll make sure to take detailed notes, too. So, are you ready to start the experiment?
Let's go. Oh, there was an actual mini game. Oh no, I would have like actually loved to have played that. Legitimately. But again, it's one of those things where like I wouldn't have, again, because Sucrose is like one of my lesser favorite characters out of all the list. One of the characters, again, as I said, like I'm not passionate about whatsoever, that I don't have an affinity towards whatsoever. I would have chose Mona and Razor first. You know what I mean? To level up, if I could level up 2 characters. So I'm not going to deny that. I would have never seen this even if we did the gameplay stuff. Well, I would have seen it eventually if I leveled up Sucrose, but again, it's one of those situations if I want to level up a character, I'm going to level up the characters that I want to level up with the resources I have, if that makes sense. And Mona and Razor would not be a problem leveling up for me whatsoever. You got this. I believe in you. We could probably skip this part though. Here? Sure. No offense, right? It's just that, like, you know, it's another gameplay part.
That's it. Your execution was perfect.
Thank you. I did it all myself. Just me. Not anyone else.
Really?
Yes, I don't see any flaws in the brewing at all. Let me extract some and test the product's composition. One moment. Yes, like I said, flawless execution. The potion is perfect. It's exactly what I was expecting.
So? Was the 7th time the charm?
This has to be very frustrating as well as like doing experiments. But I suppose if you love it, it's different. But like to me, it's like, you know, if you equate it to like, have you ever tried to get like some technology thing working or like anything working with that piece of technology? And it can be one of the most frustrating experiences ever. Can you imagine that with like experimentation and all this stuff too? You'd be like ripping your hair out, honestly.
Upon examination, it seems identical to the previous 6 iterations.
So it's the same thing?
Oh! Wouldn't that make the results identical?
Not necessarily. Experimental outcomes can differ even with similar variables all around. You never know what the result will be. That's what makes experiments valuable in the first place. Come, let's test this thing out. I planted some sweet flowers beforehand which we can use.
Sure.
We just need to douse them with the potion and see what happens.
So there's like a big crafting minigame here as well, it seems, right?
Shogun approaches.
But in here as well, there's like a lot of like, it's very like, this quest, especially with Sucrose, is very like gameplay centric, I feel like.
Alright, we poured the growth serum on the flowers. Is that all we need to do?
Yep. The flowers need to fully absorb the potion, so it might take some time before
Will we actually get to see some big flowers here?
What happens then?
The flowers will grow in size while maintaining their original appearance. But then, when they reach 12 to 14 times their normal size, this will prove more than they can bear. As if some upper limit has been reached, they will wither and rot, assuming unnatural forms until nothing is left of them but liquid.
Whoa.
Wait, what? So there's a problem with the growth serum then?
No. I've adjusted the formula time and again, resolving all kinds of issues that arise when inducing small plants to grow larger.
So you tried a lot of this stuff as well then again? I guess?
Issues like ensuring that the leaves don't get too large, strengthening root diameter and load-bearing capacity, calculating how the increase in surface area might affect sunlight exposure and
Again, this is one of those things I'm so fascinated by with like people who do like stuff like this. Like there's so many different variables that come into it that like I come away just being so impressed regardless, you know?
So, why isn't it working then?
One of alchemy's guiding principles. Alchemy seeks mastery over matter, but this world has its limits. It's like a specification etched into the law that governs all things. Part of the purpose of doing multiple experiments is to determine if this specification is stable.
Okay. So failure is a viable result.
Exactly. It proves that the limit continues.
That's interesting as well, because then
exist.
it's saying that like, you know, now that we know that like it can't grow past a certain point, it's like that's steady, it's stable. Okay, we know the limit of this as well, and it continues to be that limit.
Okay, this is all a bit over Paimon's head, but basically, you needed the experiment to fail to prove that the limits and borders in this world are stable? Oh, what a weird experiment. Huh? Looks like one of the flowers.
Before the flower reacts, is that like, you know, like the way Mythbusters, they want some stuff to fail as well, because then it proves that it's not true, right? And in this case, it's proving the limits of like what these flowers can grow to as well, I suppose. There is like a element of like the failure actually matters. I think in science this is a thing too, where like it's like anything that it shows like an answer. Or like in I remember in Rain Code, they used to say that like when you find out something's not true, you instead of treating that as like a failure, treat that as an answer. You know, that's erase some variable that you know that's like, okay, then we know for sure it wasn't Donnie down at the docks who committed this crime, but that still is an answer, you know?
Wait a second. That's not a sweet flower at all.
Careful. It's a whopper flower.
We love a whopper flower.
It must have absorbed some of the
size of it as
potion.
well.
Wait, but that's happened before, and it's never
pretty,
gotten
though.
this big either. Can this mean...
We can talk about this later. Let's get rid of it first.
And a battle with the whopper flower as well. Yeah, like I always like had a a bad time with whopper flowers because they're always like freaking like, I don't know, very annoying to fight. But like, look at the way that this is level 100. Look at this, like this guy's characters, this person's characters. Insane. 2 seconds.
Even at that size, a whopper flower is just a
That would have taken me 3 years.
Was it supposed to get that big?
I could only make a rough estimate during the battle, but it looked at least 16 times its
Whoa.
original size, maybe even larger. This means that the experiment worked.
So it worked this time.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
I'm still not sure what the implications are, but if further attempts succeed in reproducing this result, that means that something's different. Perhaps
Oh
the
my
limits and laws of this
god.
world are changing due to some unknown factor.
Because if everything stays the same, the variables, the ingredients, all this stuff, and on the 7th one, something changes, instead of proving the steadiness of the result, it actually proves that something weird is happening, something weird has changed.
Can't say if that's good or bad, but from an alchemical perspective at least, expanded boundaries means that more possibilities are now open to us. Either way, this brings my task to an end.
That's kind of scary though.
Seems so.
Alchemy's so scary sometimes.
That said, it could also be an effect of the person who made the potion. There could also have been something special about this particular water
Maybe.
flower. There's a lot that still needs
So
to
many
be
variables
confirmed.
again.
So I suppose this task opens the way for further questions.
Well, we're here if you ever need some help.
Could we try using the growth serum on Pipe? No. Pipe's perfect the way she is.
Yes, think
Oh,
about it.
actually I should have
I
known.
could probably beat a whole gang of treasure hunters to a pulp if you were 16 times bigger.
Can I say as
I
well though?
have my doubts. The only reason
Sorry,
the
before we go any further. I should have known. That's on me. Of course Paimon would like to be a giant.
on the whopper flower was because its internal structure was similar enough to a sweet flower. If you drank some, you might become 16 times bigger, but you might also turn into a plant-based life
when
form.
it's not good.
Yeah, nope. That's not happening then. Oh, by the way, Paimon wanted to ask, why is all your research focused on things like sweet flowers and sunsettias?
Oh, that's simple. Both sunsettias and sweet flower nectar taste sweet.
Okay.
So in that sense, accidentally making a whopper flower 16 times bigger comes with a hidden benefit. Because whopper flower nectar...
Tastes exactly like sweet flowers?
Is that it?
That's right. Once I've extracted the sugar from the nectar,
So just way more sugar? Oh my god, they're clapping from Paimon as well. Yeah, it's one of those situations where like with but I mean like I never want to come across as like hating Sucrose. For my thing it's just like I never grew attached to her character in any way beyond the relationship that she has with her characters. And which I think is always great. Like I think her and Albedo's dynamic is fantastic, but I just never like got attached to Sucrose. But I think the whole idea behind this was to showcase that the world is changing, something changed. There's some variables here, and in alchemy, there's like you can do something a number of times, and still some variable can change things as well. And trying to talk, and if I trying to like understand why they're given these tasks, I wonder if that was the task to try and figure out why the world is changing, or if the world is changing. What happens on the 7th experimental, the experiment? Could there be variables? And in this case, it showcases that, like, yes, it proves the first 6 times that there is like a steadiness to the growth of like these flowers, but on the 7th time, there was something that's different about this. Something about the world has changed. Something is maybe warping, and it could be to do with like what's changing the world. This whole quest like actually feels very main quest like in terms of like how it's directly affecting the world and how it's talking about the world is changing. Because whether it be the Venti quest with the protection stuff or the Mona stuff with the stars and all that stuff, it's like it really does feel like this should have been like accessible to everybody. It feels like. So the next one is, I believe it's Klee, right? Which I'm very excited to see as well. It's just a bunch of great Mondstadt characters, right? It's just a really good Mondstadt feel. Oh my god. I'm already laughing.
Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon!
Aww.
Dothraki needs help. Mom said you were coming, but I didn't know it'd be so soon.
Sure, we're here now anyway.
Dothraki needs help?
And Alice told her we were coming as well.
Sake, is that the task?
Sure, that's a good task.
No, for Klee's sake.
For Klee's, no, for Klee's sake. And for the Doko too. I'm sorry, Paimon. I know, like, it's like, oh, Paimon's not angry at Klee. She's kind of just like, oh, like, this is the task we have. But, like, if Klee needs anything, we're doing it. But for Klee's sake, it's a hilarious joke.
And for Dodoko too.
And for the Doko too.
Paimon knows that. She was asking about the task. You know what that is, right? It's like a... yeah. Something
For
that
Klee's
needs
sake.
Oh, so
Look at her.
when I go blast fishing with Jumpy Dumpty?
Yeah.
No. A task isn't just something
I would
you
have
wanna
gone with
do.
you to Blastfish.
I'm confused.
She's confused. Help her.
When your mom tells you to do something, that's a task.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Paimon. That kind of makes more sense. Although not really. Anyway, let's go help Dodoko now. Hold on. What kind of help does Dodoko need?
Do we need an answer? Let's just help.
Oh, right. Well, every Dodoko's got to find a red 4-leaf clover to become a super special Dodoko.
Okay, we can help with that.
Then, Dodoko needs to become friends with lots of people and can make it through the Dodo King's trial. Once that's done, she can then become a super awesome Dodo sorcerer.
Okay, very cool.
That's what Mom said anyway. Huh. A Dodo King being in charge of a Dodo sorcerer. Makes sense, actually. But specifically, what do we need to do?
Anything she wants.
No idea. But Mom said that you two would tell me.
She's just a sweetheart among sweethearts. Everything she says is absolutely hilarious constantly. And it's because she doesn't mean it. Like sometimes she's being funny, but like, she literally is just like a funny kid. She's so adorable.
Right. Well, let's have a look at this book then.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a note inside it. Huh, let's see what it says. At the first stage of the trial,
Cool shot.
Dodoko arrived in a forest of whispering leaves. There, past layer upon layer of hurdles, a secret lay buried, waiting to be uncovered. Seems like part of a story about Dodoko. Oh, I know where that forest is. It's where I go to blast. Where I go to play
You can tell
a
us.
lot.
You can say blast.
Come on, everyone, follow me. All right, let's go.
Oh, look at this pose as well. No, she's a sweetheart. She really is. Yeah, and it's just like one of those things. Like there's a lot of funny characters in Genshin, and I think that like for some like they did a good job. I think of making like the baby characters sometimes like especially I think her and like Aino are hilarious, and adorable at the same time too. Destroying these leaves as well. But yeah, like I have such time for Klee, not just because she's such a sweetheart, she's so adorable, but again, because every time, even before the scene started, I started chuckling because I was like, I know I'm going to be in stitches. I know it's going to be so funny. And it looks like maybe part of her power it's going to be leveling up with the Doko, which is really cool. Man, I remember I tried to get Skirk.
What's with all the weird stuff around here? And why are there so many hilichurls?
There's a lot of hilly churls, yeah.
Huh. Maybe the hilichurls brought it all here. Oh, I bet this is where we find the turtles.
Yeah?
Close, but the note said her.
I was like, turtles. I was just, I was just being supportive. Yeah, we'll find turtles. But no, she meant the hurdles. The personification of a baby.
Turtles, not turtles. And whatever we're looking for is supposed to be buried past all the hurdles.
The turtles.
Are there any other clues around? Is there no dodo device that can help us out here? Nope. What should we do
She's
then?
so direct as well.
Mom says the best thing to do when you run into a problem is to try and fix it.
Hell yeah. Just destroy the hurdles.
Yeah!
Oh my. Oh, a bomb. She's like, I know exactly what to do. So you get to play as Klee here as well. Yeah, like I always like wanted Klee as a character too, just because I think it'd be absolutely hilarious just blowing up stuff. And I think it's just I think the fact that she is like a little like bambino, a little baby, makes it even more hilarious to me. Like, and that's the joke, right? It's not like I'm saying like, oh, this is like just me who finds this joke funny. It is literally the joke of Genshin, is of Klee is She's so sweet, she's so adorable, and she loves just destruction and leaving things in flames, you know?
Alright, that's the hilichurls and barriers all taken care of. And we didn't set the forest
And she's
on
the daughter
fire.
of one of the most powerful witches ever.
Careful with Jumpy Dumpty.
Of course, always.
I've been getting sent to confinement less and less these days.
Wow, that's such a huge.
Nice job, Klee.
Nice job, exactly. Like that, like while like it's only a small thing, like that does show that she is growing. Even though, like again, I think she should be allowed to blow whatever she wants, but like if she's only getting sent to confinement like a few times now, that means that like whatever she's doing is working for her and working for the people around her as well. You know?
Maybe sometime soon, you won't have to go at all.
No, we can't have that.
Well, if Master Jean would just let Klee blow the confinement room
With the two finger.
That's not really what Paimon had in mind. Wait, what about the trial? Did we learn anything new?
Klee's idea was, well, listen, if I blow up this whole room, they won't be able to send me to it. And honestly, she's not wrong. You know, call her wrong in this sense.
Yep, I found this in the hole Jumpy Dumpty created after exploding.
Exploding.
Another note.
Yup, and it's Mom's handwriting again.
Oh, wow.
Now then, Dodoko may or may not have blasted all the hurdles away, though the most direct approach is sometimes the most elegant one. Either way, thus did Dodoko make it to the second stage of the trial.
Fantastic.
Which, coincidentally, was also the final stage.
Huh?
Even the most energetic of children need to pace themselves after all.
So what was the trial about?
Dodoko proceeded to the banks of a lake of fallen stars, passed the final trial, and obtained her reward.
Interesting.
But could things really be that simple? Huh. A lake of fallen stars. That must be Starfell Lake! Let's go see what we can find! Alright!
Was it literally just about Klee pacing herself? Like the idea of like the I think what's happening here is that like
I'm super curious about what this reward's gonna be. Fingers crossed for some kind
and I'm glad. I think what happened there with the creator there as well. They probably looked back as well because I was like, is that, like, what's the point? Was the point of the trial of her pacing herself? Like the hurdles are going to stop her from going too fast at any one amount of time, right? Or any time. What am I trying to say here? At any one moment in time, to not go too fast.
Ooh, it's a chest.
Oh, it is. This is one of the first areas in the game, right?
The final treasure must be inside this thing!
Klee, would you do the honors?
You got it. Me and Dodoko will get it open, no problem.
Thank you, Klee. Oh,
Whoa, wait a second. Monsters incoming!
guess it's not going to be that simple after all.
They want to steal Dodoko's treasure, I just know it.
Yeah, get him, Klee.
Let's kick them out. Then we can open the box.
Yeah, and honestly, Klee, very proactive. And Klee's moves could destroy these guys. Oh, just like that.
Phew, that's that. The note implied things wouldn't be that simple. Guess it was because of those monsters.
But that means we passed the trial.
Yeah.
Yep. Now then, let's check out what's in this box.
Oh, it's...
Oh, it's Laha. It's like the one she wore in the play, remember?
A tiny hat?
Oh, maybe it's for the Dodoko. He's gonna level
the
up.
Dodo clan, only the awesomest and bestest Dodokos in the land can earn the acknowledgement of the Dodo King.
Very cool.
Their job is to help out and protect all the other Dodokos so the Dodo King gives them a special hat. That way, the other Dodokos will recognize them and know who they can go to for help.
So your Dodoko's gonna get a hat now. That's very sweet.
Oh. So now your Dodoko is one of these special Dodokos with a hat.
Yeah, and he has the four-legged clover there as well.
The hat makes Dodoko a Dodo sorcerer now. She can use special spark magic to help even more people.
Fantastic.
Klee?
Jean, this time it's our fault.
Informed me about explosions being heard from the forest
Oh
outside
no.
the city.
Mr. Honorary
Oh,
Knight, a little help,
she's
please.
adorable. We gotta protect her. She went right behind us right away.
That's because we cleared
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she's grabbing onto him as well.
Slimes, too. Plus, we were working on Klee's task.
Yeah, she actually did help this time.
And as for the fish over here...
They deserved it.
I might have blasted them, but because there were monsters in the lake, I didn't do it on purpose. It's not like those other times.
Jean lit her off.
I see. I take it those other times were on purpose.
No,
then?
they weren't. They weren't.
They weren't not on
I noticed the destroyed camp on the way here, and I saw the monsters fleeing along the shore of Starfell Lake.
Yeah, she did good.
Am I correct in assuming that's all the damage, Traveler?
The rest of Paimon's doing is hilarious.
Yeah, you know Paimon. Clearing out monsters with a single punch. Ha! She's just awesome like that.
She is awesome like that, but I love that they're like Paimon will take this type of stuff when it's defending Klee.
Klee, come with me. Let's head back.
Oh, is it confinement?
No, she did good. She did good.
Well, the Traveler's vouching for you, so I suppose your punishment will just have to be a meal at the Good Hunter.
Klee!
You've been out and about all day. I'm sure you must be hungry.
And she's like a mommy to her too.
Best, Master Jean.
That's so good. I mean, everyone in Mondstadt takes care of her,
You
of
two are
course,
more
as
than
well.
welcome to join as well.
That'd be lovely.
Awesome! Paimon's been craving some sweet madame.
Jean treats Eugene, Paimon, and Klee to a meal at the Good Hunter, along with Dodoko, a newly crowned Dodoko sorcerer. Of course, with that, the trial comes to a successful close. Okay, that might be it. Do you think that the message behind this one was just Klee leveling up her Dodoko? And that's what they wanted? So she has Sparkborn magic now. So maybe like literally leveling up her Dodoko is actually going to help her be more powerful. And maybe that's just what Alice wanted. But also she talked about pacing herself. So I wonder if like the metaphor for getting over the hurdles is literally about like, you know, stopping and thinking about how you're going to do this and then, you know, but still using brute force anyway. I wonder, but like, yeah, very funny stuff, very charming stuff as always. Klee is an hilarious character, so I always come away from this kind of like any moments with Klee feeling extra happy because she is just an adorable character who doesn't even know she's adorable. I loved her, like, you know, trying to get out of trouble with Jean, and she didn't do anything wrong this time. She definitely didn't. And also how much she trusts the honorary knight by like going behind him and grabbing him, and then all these jokes like, you know, like for Pete's sake, not for Pete's sake, for Klee's sake. She's just one of the funniest characters in the game for sure. I think the next one will be, it's not Durin, so it's, what can't I think? Oh, Razor. Oh, down here as well. Very cool. A very cool area.
Razor over there with... Whoa! The Great Wolf King of the North! Wonder what they're talking about.
I mean, any chance we get to see Razor after a while is really cool, right?
Razor!
Familiar scent. Ah. You two.
Aw, I was actually worried it wasn't going to be voiced for a second. It's so good seeing him.
Yep, we're doing great. Oh, but what happened to Berea's Razor? We saw you talking just now. Is it a secret?
Can I say that talking to Razor more than anything feels very Mondstadt to me, because it's one of those characters we don't talk to very often anymore. He doesn't show up in stories that often. So whenever we do get to talk to Razor, it's like a big deal for me. And it feels so nostalgic, right? I don't know, and I think it's been rare. I'm trying to think of any times we did get to talk to Razor, but I'm saying like right now, seeing Razor, I think it's probably only been in like events for like a split second. Because the reality is like, I feel like he's not utilized as much as like maybe other Mondstadt characters are. And if it is, it's only for a short time. But he is like such a nostalgic character because like he was one of the earliest characters I obtained and also one of the earliest characters you meet in Mondstadt.
We go on hunt. I tried to convince Wolflord.
Okay.
A hunt?
Is that your task?
Oh, is that Razor's task?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Are the wolves out of food? Is that why you're going on a hunt?
No, this hunt is not for food.
Oh, his voice is so good.
We hunt enemies. The Dark Wolf Pack. Strange scent coming from land they took. getting stronger.
Oh, like the freaking
We must hunt enemies to purify the
abyss.
forest.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
So, did Boreas agree? Paimon remembers last time he said something like, Razor, you must not get involved. This is for the wolves.
Oh, you remember that? Because he was saying that he's like, it was actually a very emotional moment because I feel like he was saying that he's not fully, oh, look, he's so cute. That he wasn't fully like a wolf, I guess.
Sorry, Razor. Paimon didn't mean to dig
Yeah,
that up
well,
again.
we were Paimon to bring that up. She doesn't usually do that.
I know Lupacol means no harm. Besides, teacher taught me how to talk to Wolf Lord.
Yeah?
Lisa taught you how to talk to him?
That's pretty cool. Lisa did teaching that to Razor.
Like, she told you what to say? So that means you got him to agree.
That's
then,
awesome. That's awesome hearing that Lisa giving him advice like that. Because again, advice like that can be very important. And in this sense, like it's like, you know, not just about like, you know, math or English. It's also about communication through life can be a very important thing too. And Razor here, like, is a sweetheart of a character. So, like, the fact that he's also, like, getting taught by Lisa is something that I wish they did more on camera. I would love to see, like, a whole quest of that or something, of their dynamic together, honestly. There probably was one, I just didn't see it.
Yes, words were hard, but I did it.
Good job. Really good job.
So you actually managed to convince that giant, stubborn old fella. That's super impressive, Razor.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's,
Dark
especially
wolves
communicating is
are
hard.
Enemies of the whole world. Teacher said this is not wolf problem. This is world problem. And Wolf Lord agreed.
It's like affects everybody.
But because of that, other wolves won't join. This war is between me and Dark Wolf.
I mean, we can help out, right?
Then count us in too. Those awful rift hounds have been
Yes.
getting on our nerves for a while.
And they're devastating creatures, too.
Thank you. Help makes for easy hunt.
It's fun being with, it's literally so much fun being with them as well.
How is this hunt gonna work?
We set trap. Chase dark wolves here. Into trap. Then Wolf Lord pinned them down. And we finish hunt. Tell me when ready. We start hunt.
Let's go. Oh my god, it's so fun seeing Razor again.
Yes.
Off to the freezer. Merciless. Another star goes out.
Yeah, and I think it's because we haven't seen Razor in a while that, like, seeing him now is also special to me as well. But, like, I think just seeing any of the Mondstadt characters is really fun too. And I think the idea of this becoming a world problem makes it so... Oh, the wolves are here too! So the wolves did come out to fight, or maybe they were just attacked. But yeah, like, the idea of this being a world problem is very serious, especially with the Abyss encroaching in.
Close. Good thing the wolves were there to help.
Is he gonna ask them?
They intercepted those rift hounds for us, and even drove them away.
Oh my god, the howling.
But this isn't wolf problem.
You're doing this to help your Lupacol, right? Well, they want you to be safe too. Paimon bets they went to the Wolf King and said, "Listen here, this isn't just our Lupacol problem. This is the world's problem."
Paimon creating full fan fictions. When I thought they said it's a world problem, I thought he meant like it's a problem that you can handle too, Razor. But I think he meant like actually it's a problem that like you can handle because you're human, right?
Lupacol is Lupacol. I am human, but I do not need to be wolf to be Lupacol. I just want to help them.
Yeah. Just want to be helpful.
Well said, Razor.
Maybe Lupus Boreas agreed to let the pack help. Maybe. That'd be really sweet if he did. Because he knows your heart. Oh, I would hope the relationship would get stronger.
Think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, come on. Let's go kick some rift hound butt.
Oh my god, with a freaking wolf army howling in the freaking to the sky. Yeah, so I think that's what he meant. Like he was worried. He said like, "Hey, this is a human problem, so we're not going to get involved." But it seems that these Lupacol in some way have gotten involved, which means they at least see Razor's heart, and they believe that this is a problem that they should deal with too. Which again, like, you know, Rift Towns in the forest, it definitely is something that you probably should deal with. You know what I mean? Because they're going to attack the Lupercal as well. They're going to attack the forest. They're going to lay waste to this place. They're way more dangerous than humans being here. I'll tell you that much for sure. So it's one of those situations where, like, you would, like, if I'm a Lupercal and I want to defend my area, of course I'm gonna do that, right? Of course I am. What's that in the distance? Oh no, sorry, that's the arena. Yeah, like it's like if I'm a wolf and I see my place getting destroyed, of course I'm gonna try and help, 100%. And I feel like it's always like, you know, that thing with Razor, like his, you know, his life between the humans and between the wolves, you know, is always like a really complicated thing, I suppose. But I'm glad that they fight side by side with us, because it actually does mean the world to me, seeing them happy like that. For Lupercal.
Attractive frosting. Goose on the loose. Fulfill our pact. Eat Laline. Eat Papa. Get merciless. Into the void.
It's always such a blinding thing seeing someone's characters do all this stuff. Look at them all standing there together, side by side. In formation, I should say.
Thank you for helping. I thought protecting Lupercal was up to me.
Razor. And again, that's his heart. He's saying, like, I didn't know I was going to get help in this situation, but I did, right? And I hope that he feels happy after this, knowing that there is people that has his back. And I think it's one of those situations where, like, as he said earlier, I don't need to be a Lupercal to help the Lupercal. And he's saying, like, the Lupercal don't need to be humans to help the humans. I think it's a great message that, like, maybe the whole world can unite against what could be coming, you know?
Lupercal also.
We're here because we care about you.
Yes.
Just like you do us.
It's not about Lupercal humans, it's about
Lupercal, right?
you.
Right. We are Lupercal forever.
Oh.
Aww. And now,
Yeah.
there won't be any more intruders in Wolvendom.
No. Dark wolf pack. Rip open sky.
Yeah.
They could come again. But me and Lupercal.
Look at his
will
determined
hunt them
eyes as
down,
well.
No matter what.
Don't forget about us now.
Yeah. If you ever need help, just say the word. We're here for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad you appreciate it. Oh my god, it's so cool, isn't it?
They call for me.
Sounds like they want to make sure you're safe.
Oh.
Then I should go. Thank you.
This is so sweet. This is so sweet. It's what Lupercal fur. With Wolvendom safe now, Razor bids you farewell and heads into the forest. I think that's the end of it as well. Another very sweet moment. Amid the dense foliage, you notice several pairs of eyes regarding him with warmth and waiting to welcome him home. It's his relationship with the wolves has gotten even better. They care about him. They think he's awesome. I think that is... If we're talking about what this is trying to showcase with the things that are coming ahead... I'll actually skip it forward because I think the next one is Fischl's one. Yes, the last one is Durin's then. With the stuff coming ahead, what it feels like to me is showcasing that, like, what lengths the world is going to have to go to. Not just, you know, the big dogs in terms of, you know, the Hexen Circle or the Archons. Like, whatever is going to happen in this world... It genuinely feels like, you know, whether it be the Abyss encroaching on stuff, you know, the dangerous things happening, like, you know, with the Tory, whatever it is, at some point people are gonna have to unite, even on the lower. No, I'm not saying that Razor's lower level, but you know what I mean. He's like, he lives in the forest. He's a wolf boy, and he's protecting his forest as well. And I think it's like what's so beautiful about this is that on the ground level, it is just someone protecting their space. But it's also protecting his friends and his friends protecting him and then us protecting him because we like him as well. And on the grander scale, it's like just hunting down Rift Towns, the Abyss opening up. It is a huge deal as well. So it is a massive it's massive in that sense as well. So there is like a big deal to like the smaller deals, if that makes sense. And maybe I'm wrong in my estimations, but to me, it definitely it showcases that whatever fight is going to happen and whatever thing is happening with the changing world, it's not just the big dogs. The whole world is going to be fighting. And in this sense, of course, Alice probably wanted, the Hexen Circle probably wanted Razor to be prepared and know that he has people that has his back and he has the protection of his friends, the Lupercal. Very beautiful stuff as well. Let's check out the Durin one, which is the last one, which I assume is probably going to be one of the best. Durin is a great character. His quest was amazing. There's our boy.
Hey, Durin! So this is where you've been.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon.
It's so great that we've seen so much of him, honestly.
The real question is, what are you doing cooped up in here reading a book? The weather's nice out there, you know.
Oh, well, ever since I've had more chances to interact with the people of Mondstadt, I've been having trouble telling when people are joking.
It can happen. It can happen, especially when you're
For
new to this
example,
stuff.
I saw a beautiful flower the last time I was at the florist, so I told the shopkeeper, and she said, if you like these weeds so much, you should add some mint and sweet flowers and make it a bouquet.
Oh my god. And you did it?
So I did as she said. And when I showed her the finished bouquet, she gave me a frankly terrifying look.
See, he's learning about the world. He's learning about like how to interact with people, and it's one of those things where like here's the thing: it's not just like people who like who are new to the world. There's people who have that as well. Where I see it all the time. Where like there's nothing wrong, like where people don't know when you're joking sometimes, because my humor is very deadpan sometimes, and sometimes I'll just say it and I won't say a joke afterwards, whatever. And like sometimes like even friends will be like, "What, really?" And you're like, "No, I'm joking. Like, or like even like in like say like any interactions online, like especially through text, if you say something like that's just deadpan serious or whatever, or even in these videos, I will have people be like, "Oh, are you serious?" And it's like, no, I'm not serious. But again, it's never something I hold against people. I think it's actually like it's just people have unique traits, and I suppose Durin's still getting used to like this whole sarcasm thing, you know? You have a unique perspective?
Later, Albedo opined that this happened because I have trouble understanding the meaning behind
I know she was joking,
words.
but like, it was a bit harsh though as well,
after
right?
I learned the Mondstadt script, he told me I could come here and read. I was born from a storybook, so I felt that these books might be able to teach me more about the rules of this
I think the rules of this world are just learned through doing
And,
stuff.
Well, I guess I lost track of time.
Aw.
So, did you guys need something?
Friends do often just drop by, just say hi, Durin.
Oh, I see. That's another rule learned then.
Oh my god, Durin.
Yep. That said, we did have business we needed to discuss, right? Yeah, we have a message to pass along from Rhine-daughter.
And just before we go on further, just to expand on that, it is so adorable that he heard us coming along and we were like, and he thought we were here on business, and he doesn't realize yet that people can just come to you and just say hi to you. And that's something he's learning about the world as well.
Oh, it's from Aunt Rhine-daughter?
Are you okay? I mean, no, right to be nervous.
I'm just surprised. Rhine-daughter is my mom's friend. And the mother of the dragon that once existed in my stead.
Yes.
I supplanted him. Took the fate that should have been his.
I don't think she cares about that dragon.
So if she dislikes me, well, I'm not sure what I'd do.
I will, if she tried anything, I'm afraid of her sometimes. If she tried anything, she would be gone. No one's going to hurt you. I don't think she holds it against you. Either way, you have us. Exactly. I don't think she cares about that dragon.
We're here for
She abandoned him.
But seriously, Paimon doesn't think it's anything bad.
No, not at all.
That does make me feel better. Well, I guess I should open it.
Whoa. Are we actually being transported somewhere?
My mom's scent. I sense it here.
Such a beautiful place.
Here comes a strange cat.
Oh, it's him again. This music is gorgeous too.
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhine-daughter's behalf.
Fantastic. This music's so gorgeous.
This is the first time we're meeting, so I'm not sure how to address you. But since you're Hem's
Honestly,
child,
good.
I suppose I'll stick with Mini Durin.
I'm glad that at the very least Rhine-daughter isn't trying to make things complicated, right? Because he's kind of a different version or a supplanted version of her child. So I do like that, like, at the very least, she's not doing this whole thing where, like, you were supposed to be my, or like, you are my child, actually. You know what I mean? I'm so glad. Because Durin doesn't deserve that. He doesn't. He has a great mother in M and a great life now. You know what I mean? We do not need that confusion.
Though you appear smaller than the Durin that came before you, that same strength flows through your veins.
Yeah.
Not a drop less.
The reflection, right?
He was a child of Humus, an incomplete creation. Thus, he lacked the will to control
Maybe he should have
strength.
complete the creation.
Yet this power was beyond what he could withstand, and so it twisted him, consumed him, thus sealing his ultimate fate. Albedo claims that you have transcended this tainted blood, becoming a being much like himself. That is his opinion.
Whoa.
I remain unconvinced.
So she's saying Albedo may think that you've transcended this, but I do not believe this to be true yet. I haven't seen conclusive evidence.
I trust only the facts, only that which I see for myself. So take this chance, child.
He doesn't need to prove anything to you.
Prove yourself to me.
He doesn't need to prove a thing to you, Rhine-daughter. Oh, I guess he does physically, because if he doesn't, he'll die.
Is this the proof you need, Aunt Rhine-daughter? Very well. I'll show you what I can do.
And again, it's probably good for Durin as well to, like, you know, if there's any doubts in his mind of what he can do as well, you know, because I know he does have doubts in his own mind about himself sometimes. But what I mean when he doesn't need to prove himself, like, he doesn't know anything to Rhine-daughter.
Is surging.
He doesn't know a thing to Rhine-daughter. He doesn't know anything to anyone. That's not what being like a child of anyone is about anyway. You know, you don't owe anything to your parents. What's the quote from that great TV show? I didn't create you so you could be something I'm proud of. I created you so you could be someone you're proud of, right? And I think I don't know if I'm getting the quote right, but it's like, I didn't create you so I could do something with my life. I created you so you could do something with your life. I think that's the healthier way to approach it. But at least Rhine-daughter is changing her view now anyway.
No, wasn't mistaken after all.
Next time, maybe don't ambush us with a bunch of monsters just to prove a point.
True.
Still, I do feel like I can control my power more freely now that we've defeated them.
After hearing about you, I prepared a technique that would seal the dark power in your blood. I had planned to take this opportunity to pass it on to you.
A new power.
Of course, using it comes with a price. While it would maintain your existence in Tevat, it would also weaken your connection to this world.
Nice.
And you are M's child, when all is said and done. How could I allow that uncontrolled power to send you down the same path as the child who came before you?
It's so weird because like I always feel bad in a way for like the dragon Durin, you know, the original Durin, because it's like he feels like such an abandoned creation now that like was never. It feels like almost like people saying he was never supposed to be anymore. And while like I'm happy we have Durin now, it's like the way he even like talked about here. How could I send you down that path? It's like, well, that dragon did go down that path. An uncontrollable rage and darkness, you know? It's really hard to think about sometimes.
But seeing you now, it appears my concerns were misplaced.
Whoa.
M was a terrific mother.
Whoa.
And a far more capable one than I.
Huge.
And I must admit, I'm rather curious to see how far you can go. How will you, an alchemical being truly integrated with this world, find your place in human society?
And that's the thing, I don't think Rhine-daughter is someone who deals in like factual information and, you know, as she said, evidence. And like I think it doesn't. It's while it's like a really big thing to her to be like, I wasn't a good mother. It's also like I guess makes sense because we know she wasn't. We know she was a bad mother. And for her to be, and like for her to kind of like be like, to say it outright, it's like, yeah, it makes sense she would, because she's not, she doesn't need to lie about this stuff. She's very just to the point and straight to the point about this stuff too. And right now she's saying she's curious about how far you can go. And honestly, that's something that we're all very curious about in a way. Not about the alchemical stuff. I'm talking about like just him being like new to this world is very interesting. But from her perspective, it's an experiment as well. It's a chemical being that is being introduced into society, kind of find her place. From her perspective, that's very interesting.
I've never conducted an experiment like this before. As
she's going to be observing her for answers again. That's Rhine-daughter. Sees as an experiment.
Answers.
It's Rhine-daughter.
Hey, you got one thing
Exactly.
experiment. He's our friend.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. As a person that's new to this world, that's the way I see it, rather than just like an experiment. And there, as I said there as well, it's not about an experimentation. It's just about, you know, that's how Rhine sees it. But we see him as a friend.
Not sure I understand, but I appreciate your
That's
kindness.
kindness to
Aunt
you?
Rhine-daughter.
That's kindness.
And that's all Master
And she left right
Rhine-daughter
away.
has to say.
Can I say that, like, of course Durin thinks that's kindness. That's like the bare minimum of an interaction. You know, I'm curious to see how far you go. Wow, you're so kind there, Rhine daughter. It's like, oh, he's such a sweetheart. He's such a sweetheart. Good work, Sebastian. Can't be easy being you.
A cat that can imitate someone else's voice is just as strange to witness as the first time.
Well, do not be so shocked. I am hardly an ordinary cat. In fact, from a biological standpoint, I am no cat at all, but rather an alchemical being.
Yeah, like a lot of people in this game.
You consider yourself a specter simply because you float in the air like one.
Leave Paimon alone.
A specter? What are you trying to say?
Okay, hold him down. Let's get him. Let's get him.
Oh, I know. Sabaz is
No,
implying that
you're Durin.
you're...
Durin. And he wouldn't. And then again, he doesn't know. He's not trying to be mean, but like, you know, you wouldn't want to be, because again, he's just saying what's on his mind. But like, Paimon's very good to you as well, so you don't want to upset her, you know.
Hey!
Oh, and considering how Master Rhine-daughter's message ended, I suppose this technique is useless now. I'll just destroy it. Few and far between are the people that can make her reconsider. Quite
That
the
is
impressive
huge.
feat, young
Yeah.
man. With that done, I'll
That
be
is
going now.
for
I have
Rhine
another
daughter to say
message
I'm
pass
wrong
along.
as well.
Perhaps we'll meet again sometime.
To hear like a sinner say the wrong, I guess now a shade as well say the wrong. So usually, what did they get? An ode to ascension. So that's all the different witch tales, yeah. And yeah, in that story there, like I think the biggest thing about it was like, you know, Durin reaffirming that he is like gonna find his place in this world, but also Rhine daughter saying I was wrong. Yeah, I thought you wouldn't be able to do this. I thought that you were, you know, gonna succumb to the darkness, but you actually wouldn't. And it feels like maybe all these witches and these witches' homework is like this little thing that they're trying to give to every single person to learn something and also to help the world as well. And everyone had like a little bit of like of an indication of maybe like discovering something. And in his sense, in Durin's sense, it was him showcasing that he can push past this notion of who he is or what was inside of him that's similar to the other Durin. He doesn't have to succumb to those feelings. And even Rhine daughter believes he doesn't have to do that either. He's capable of doing all this stuff without any of the evil parts that would be inside of him as well. And for Rhine daughter said the truth. It's like, well, we're curious about Durin from the perspective of like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's able to do. She's curious of Durin from the perspective of like, I've never seen an alchemical creation do this, you know what I mean? And live in society. And it's another experiment to her, which is also like kind of heartbreaking, but again, it's Rhine daughter, isn't it? Let's talk about this. We'll talk briefly about everything because I think it's one of those situations where like this wasn't as there's lore in this, but I don't think it's as heavy yet. I think this is all leading to stuff as well. But we'll talk about every single thing we did here and talk about what we learned from it too. So we're gonna talk about this like mini event, and I actually found it to be like quite fun and charming. There's a lot of stuff going on in it that really had like just a really nice, happy feeling to it. And I think that a lot of the times we were doing this, it actually felt kind of like warm. Even in the moments that there was a kind of danger or something like that as well. There was like just great moments here with the Mondstadt characters that is just really fun to see. We started off with Venti, and if I can talk about like what happened in Venti's story, it seems like he was like creating another barrier to protect at least Mondstadt or the world in some way. He described it as like the idea of like a fruit. If it has a little bit of a hole in it, it can turn rotten. But in this case, he wants to create something more protective for the world as well. And he referenced when he did this, the battle with Mavika and the stuff with the captain and Renova. So there was actually a lot of stuff there from his perspective where he was like, the world is changing. And that seemed to be a message throughout this entire quest, which is like the world is changing. And it was kind of like a very ominous way of doing this, but from Venti's perspective, he created this kind of like barrier that protected I don't know if he's protecting Mondstadt or the entire world, but maybe you guys can correct me on that anyway, but I found it to be like another very interesting and beautiful time with Venti where things got kind of serious at one point, and you could tell that he was very like locked in about the situation too. And he referenced, as we always do, the thing that is really great with Venti is that Venti is all about protecting Mondstadt or stepping in for Mondstadt, but he also wants to give people the power to protect themselves as well. We saw that with Vanessa, we saw that everything, and that's the same thing that's happening here. He wants people to be able to protect themselves, but of course, whenever needed, he steps in, and this is one of those times he's stepping in. And I think again, it's one of those things where like he's noticing a change in this world. He's noticing like a lot of the like the situations going on around him, as you said, with the stuff with Renova and the captain and all this stuff. And it makes sense for him then, as such a great Archon, which he is, to go, okay, we have to like do something about this. We have to do something. And he upped the protection, it seems, of Mondstadt for me anyway. At least that's from my perspective anyway. That's what he did. In a really, really cool way as well. We talked to, afterwards, Mona. Not in this order, but we talked to Mona. And Mona is one of the funniest characters in the world. And of course, she has an argument here with Barbeloth, her master. And I think what they were trying to do here as well is maybe like make Mona aware of this power, but also at the same time too, I think Barbeloth was just trying to mess with Mona at the same time too. It was a really charming section as well because Mona's just so funny. But it was very short. We went onto this area. It wasn't like a I don't know what to say, like a crazy situation until we got to the gates of Conria. And I think this is what like made me like my heart sank when we got to this part. I was genuinely like, oh my god, what are we gonna do here? Like, are we actually gonna go through these gates? But no, it was an attempt at seeing the reflection of the lakes in Conria. The stars reflected in the lakes in Conria, which are the true stars of the beyond the fake sky. And Mona has such a relation to the fake sky, as I think the first time we even referenced the fake sky was a Mona quest. Like, it was a time when we were with Mona, so it makes sense that she would be the one to like reference itself with the fake sky as well. But it was a trick. But I think, again, correct me, there's so much stuff that I'm kind of confused about, but I think the idea was that when she did this magic she did, this spell she did, yeah, what she did with the scry glass seemed to help with the disturbances of the false skies. So that was also an attempt from Barbeloth to like make, I think, Mona do this, but at the same time play a prank on Mona. So what Mona was able to do was like quell some of the disturbances, reduce the disturbances, but it didn't actually like end any of the disturbances completely, right? There's still going to be disturbances going on as well, at least from my perspective anyway. Albedo, we met him painting, and then of course Sebast showed up as well. The idea behind Albedo's story, to me, is wanting Albedo to study more, to ask more questions, and the times when there's downtime and he doesn't have to help anybody, to explore more things. And I think from like Rhindaughter's perspective, of course she would want that. Of course she would want Albedo to study more, because Albedo is like following in some ways in terms of the alchemical stuff in the footsteps of Rhindaughter. So for her to be like, yeah, you should ask more questions, I don't think it's just like, hey, quell your boredom with some questions. It's like, discover new things, explore new things, find stuff that even I don't know. And again, when we're talking about the stuff that's like changing in the world, Venti creating a protective barrier, Albedo is, you know, trying to ask more questions to create more things and find more things. Mona, as a character, is did this thing here with this at the gates of Conria, and it reduces disturbance of this false sky. It seems like all this stuff is preparing for is trying to prevent damages from happening in the future, as we know they are. That's what was said by Alice at the start. But there's probably like, you know, trying to prevent anything from happening in the future that could be even worse than we can imagine, right? It's all preventative stuff. But at the same time, too, it's also like preparing, right? Preparing. Albedo's preparing in a way of like asking more questions and discovering some more stuff like that. Mona is preparing by helping reduce the disturbances of the false sky, even if you didn't intentionally do that. And Venti's creating some sort of barrier and container with the wind once again. Yeah, as Alice said, this is all like prep to step in at some point and help. But instead of like stepping in when the damage is actually happening, they're trying to reduce the damage now in some cases. At least that's the way I see it anyway. But yeah, it's really interesting the way that they're like showcasing all this too. We had Sucrose after that, and Sucrose was like making plants grow to like a alarming degree. But it was like a situation where the experimentation was happening like 6 times out of 10. It was the same. 6 times it just happened the same way. And even after all those 6 attempts, they would stay growing the same amount and would be contained in this and wouldn't grow any bigger than that. But on the 7th time, it grew larger. The 6 times that it grew the same amount, Sucrose said something that actually was very interesting, which is like the idea that like, well, that means that, that means that it's actually an answer to a experiment. It means that there is like a steady containment to the size of this growth, which showcases like an answer. It's like, yes, it's steady. It's the same thing I think of like doing an experiment and getting the same answer 7 times, showcasing, okay, that's the truth. But with the 7th time growing faster and growing bigger, it seems that showcases that there is some unknown variables around here. There is something changing. And that was kind of ominous too from Sucrose 2, which is like there is something changing. And again, whatever they needed to do this task to grow these things or to find out the steady growth of this stuff as well, that's part of her task too. Klee was set on another task, which again, I think Klee's task was just to level up the Doko, but it was also about like maybe pacing herself and overcoming hurdles. A very sweet moment for Klee as well, having her like, you know, blow up these hilly churls and like all the really funny moments in this quest. Like, and as I said, with the moment where she goes like, not Pete's sake, Klee's sake. It was just a really funny moment with Klee here. And we got to go on a little journey with Klee, have a good time, laughing her head off, blowing up hilly churls. And then even Jean in the end didn't actually ground her for the first time ever. She actually treated her to some food, and she got to level up the Doko in the end as well. Again, another simple little task here as well for Klee. I think that the message we got out of this is that that Alice wanted Klee to level up. She wanted her to have like the hat and the Doko, and maybe she just wanted to like Klee to learn about hurdles and getting over hurdles and pacing herself, and in some way that's what she learned as well. I think Klee will play a major part in some of this stuff too, because again, she's going to learn some more spells from Alice, but regardless, even if she wasn't like a major part of this, Alice sending us to like babysit and play with Klee is first of all very fun and not out of character. That seems like a thing that she would do. But yeah, I love the interactions with Klee. They were so good. The Razor stuff here as well, to me, screamed that this is like an ordinary place in the forest that's still being attacked, that everyone's gonna have to play their part, that it's even with all this Abyss stuff opening, the Abyss will attack again, and you can't just rely on the big dogs all the time. Razor also realizing in this story in a very beautiful way that he's not alone. It's not one of these situations, just because he's not a pure Lupercal, and just because the Lupercal aren't human, and just because he's not the Traveler and Traveler's not him, that doesn't matter. The love for each other is what matters here. They see Razor's heart and wanted to help him, and he's realizing in this moment, like, I have companions here, I'm not alone, and I always have the Traveler if I need him too. And it was a really beautiful moment when we saw like all the wolves, crying to the sky, and then they ran up and fought all the creatures. Like, such a cool moment with Razor too, that it really was really impactful, especially since Razor's a character we don't get to see a lot of. So seeing him very happy and learning that, like, again, he has so much help and so much love for people have so much love for him was a really special moment for me as well. I loved it. But yeah, I think that's what it's trying to portray here as well, is like, again, this battle on the ground, the leveling up of Razor from Lisa as well. His task is to defeat these Rift Hounds, which again is a big deal when it comes to like what's happening around the world, whether it be the Abyss encroaching, or as we saw earlier, with the disturbances of the false sky would be like, more creatures and abyssal creatures coming in as well. So again, defeating Rift Hounds is a big task, and Razor was able to do it with help, and he has a lot of help now, which is really sweet. The Fischl one was the longest one, but it was one of my favorite ones. Again, I think behind this, it was just a beautiful time with Klee. Her task was to, was it Klee's task here that was, it was Klee's task, right? So Fischl's task here, in terms of finding who the author of these books were, what actually led to her finding out that N was like the author technically of these books through a ghostwriter, which was a Seelie that was ghostwriting stuff as well. I love being around Fischl, so this was a really easy time to be around Fischl all the time it is. She's an adorable character, a very sweet character, and a very funny character. But here we got to witness like a lot of like different story details about the Seelies, not only that they can possess people and then speak eventually, but also that N has been writing books through these people and her own thoughts through these people. And because of this, like stuff like Oz and the stories with Fischl actually became like a real thing that she's manifested, which is kind of like what the story was saying here, that like there's like truth and fiction to these stories. And I think these books that have become so important, these fairy tales, these stories that are actually been like a huge part of Genshin, the idea of taking like parts of it as true and parts of it as like false is kind of representative of like what Fischl is. Fischl has like a persona that is her, but at the same time, it's not technically her, but parts of it are so real. And it was such a beautiful moment then, you know, seeing Fischl so excited to meet En and talk to En and talk to the Seelie and you know, it was just her eyes brightening seeing this too, which is such an exciting time as well. And anytime we get to be around Fischl is really fun also. The stuff with Durin, I think, is one of those things that's always like very difficult to like navigate because he's a character that like is a very sweet character. And you can see him trying to get better with all this stuff too. But here, like, Rheindotter, like, was... For the first time, I think, in this game, we've seen Rheindotter, like, admit, I was wrong. And that's a huge deal. For her to be like, I was wrong about someone. And it's not like she's not going to play games. She's not going to sit here and be like, pretend that she was, like, wrong. She's going to say stuff straight out. That's her character. She doesn't mince words. So her saying to Durin, like, I believe that you will succumb to kind of the same things that happened with my son. And then Durin fighting and proving her wrong. And I think maybe the fight was just to show that he can do this without like the Durin powers, like the other Durin's powers maybe. But it was really great to see someone prove Rheindotter wrong. And not only someone prove Rheindotter wrong, but someone like have like Rheindotter's gaze upon them that doesn't feel scary. You know, Rheindotter still treats him as an experiment. She doesn't shy away from that. That's Rheindotter. She still talks about him as if like, oh, you're going to be like, oh, I'll see how this experiment works out. We see him as more like, I mean, I'm excited to see how this works out, but more in a case of like how you would look at any friend who's learning stuff about life, you know, see how they grow, see how they become better. It's the same thing with seeing Klee become like, you know, where she is now in the academia, sorry. It is like a feeling of growth that you can see amongst the people you love, and it's always good to see, you know, see how far they come. And like legitimately, like you could tell with Durin, it's a lot of his stuff is like water off a duck's back. He's just like, people say stuff to him, he's like, okay, that's fine, thank you. Even now he thought Rheindotter was being sweet. But I think at the end of this, we see that Durin is going to have the power to progress forward and be himself, and he has people around him that will support him. And Rheindotter believes that he will be able to do this, and because not only we were with him, but this proof from this battle, what Albedo said is true. She said Albedo is actually true with this stuff. And I love that Albedo was like, yeah, no, he's really good. And she was like, no. Which again, I would love to be a fly in the wall for that conversation too. But she was convinced in the end that he will be better off, but also she's excited to see how he's going to integrate into this world too. Yeah, these are all interesting stories.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
I think my favorite ones were Fischl's one, Mona's, and Venti's, I think, was probably my favorite ones. Actually, no, Klee as well. I would say Klee, Venti, and Fischl. No offense, but again, just Mona's one is fantastic too. It's one of the situations as well where, like, you know, and it's not Sucrose's fault, and I said this already, but it's not Sucrose's fault. Sucrose is just a character that, like, you know, doesn't interest me as much as other characters. And maybe you can say it's my fault, but even when I'm talking to her, I never get totally attached to her, you know what I mean? But that happens with some, you're going to have characters like that as well. I feel that way in Honkai Star Rail about Pela as well, and people can be like, Calvin, like, oh, you hate soft-spoken people with glasses. No, it's definitely not that. I think it's just like you guys know, like I like sweet characters, I like softer characters. It doesn't matter what characters you put in front of me. Like we like Emily, and like she's like, you know, but I guess she's tougher as well. But you know what I mean? It's like it's just some characters you're not going to connect with as much. So that was probably like my least favorite. So I'd rank all of them together as number 1, Fischl, then probably Venti, then Klee, then Mona, then Razor, then Durin, then Albedo, and then Sucrose afterwards. That's how I'd rank them. But they're all very fun. Really short stories, giving us more fun and insights into the stuff with the Hexen Circles, seeing all these little tasks that they were given as well, and seeing them power up was also a really fun thing to do as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for supporting me. We're going to be doing the updates next week, so I'm excited about that. But thank you so much to TypeR2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Listus Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Jared Beanham, Neo Sharite, at the highest tier on my YouTube, Wargame7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See you soon.